Your drunk ass started it before we said go.
You said go. You said 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, then I hit record and stream.
Okay.
God.
Sorry.
It's showing up on YouTube.
That's going to be so funny.
I mean, in her defense, usually it is.
Yeah,
usually. I've never heard you do a countdown.
You didn't do the Alexa, let's start the show.
I did.
We couldn't hear it.
Jesus.
We couldn't hear it. I barely could hear it in my headphones.
Right.
Everybody quiet for a second.
And this is Kentucky Hot Brown Boys.
This week's episode not brought to you by Mike's Harder Lemonade. This week
Or
it's brought-
CC's.
Or CC's.
Or Mick Ultra.
Now this week it's
Dusty B's Moscow Mules.
Yeah.
Dusty's Mules.
Yeah.
pretty
Dusty's
much. Yeah.
Dusty's
a dusty
Mules.
mule.
Dusty
A
Mule.
dusty mule.
I like that.
I like that
Yes.
too.
That is.
You
that
need
is
like a
really
special
good.
ingredient to make it a special.
Well,
Dusty Mule.
A little bit of the bubbly, perhaps.
Yeah.
A little bit of the.
Semen.
Oh God.
It's in a
Fair warning.
We do all come from semen.
You guys are. I'm not.
Where is it?
What,
Where
from
is
Semen?
it? You just showed me.
It's under the second.
No Moscow. No Moscow mules for me.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Oh, that
There
build up
you
now.
go. There it
Now
is.
it's-
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It is.
It's
Brad, you want me to make you one, man?
Yeah, I guess I can have one.
Damn it! Now I gotta go and get ice.
I'll go get the ice.
All right.
Yeah. Go on.
Do you know where a cup is?
Yeah, where are the cups?
They're in the cabinet.
A little bit of the bubbly.
Not unless you can have this one, but I drank out of this one.
I don't care.
It's alcohol, man. It'll kill the
Suck
But
germs.
don't you have one now?
You just said you'd suck my dick.
Oh, you got a cup still.
Did
So-
you
Just
say?
sink. You can wash it out. It's
So
Yeah, there you go.
let me just
just
tell
get ice out of the
everybody
fridge,
this
and I'll make
episode
you
is
one.
most likely going to be a huge train wreck.
Nah.
there was
It's
no
al-
preparation this week.
It's already started
What's
It's
that?
off
off
the rails.
as
What's in the fridge?
you know, a little rough. So just bear with us. But welcome to this week's edition of the Kentucky Hot Brown Boys. I am your host, Jerry Saylor. In the studio with us tonight, I'm just going to run around the table real quick. I'll go ahead and introduce Brad because he's gone getting a cup and some ice. He's my right-hand man. He sits to my left side. He is Lever Sub and Dusty B.
What's up,
My brother from another mother, Leo Bishop.
Leo Bishop?
Hello.
And Brit Fred.
What up, Brett?
She showed up drunk as fuck already.
She showed up, like right when she walked in the door, like, I'm gonna warn you guys, I'm a little bit tipsy.
It's 3 Mick Ultra.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
3 Mick Ultras.
3 Mick Ultras.
That's what does it for you?
3
Getting a
Mick
cup and some
Ultras.
ice. He's my right-hand man. He sets him up. There we go.
Oh, it's the fridge upstairs. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, man.
Yeah, the fridge down here has no ice, Brad. I'm sorry.
The show.
Oh, no, you're good, man.
You're good, man.
I'm back.
You're all right.
Okay.
Make a
Sorry.
big production out of it, everybody.
Why does this keep...
We haven't introduced you yet, so we're getting
Just
ready to
give me the
introduce you.
bottle.
Actually,
Take
we
that.
kind of skipped over him.
You
But it's
introduced him
okay.
first.
Yeah,
like-
I did because he
I'm
lied.
back.
That's all
You
right.
need lime, ginger, and vodka.
Oh, I can't have that because it's got sugar in it.
So you're just not going to drink tonight then?
Yeah, I'll just.
No.
I don't drink pop.
He's
But
being
if
the
somebody
DD.
like, hey, I have this drink mixed
I
with pop.
got a
I'm
D.
not gonna
I
be
got a
like,
DD.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You got a what?
As always.
DD me home.
DD.
It's his life.
Off. Oh, okay.
It's probably the show my mom picked to watch tonight too.
Probably.
Fucking fiend.
The one where you're
Sugar
sober? That's a
in
good
it.
thing,
Hey,
though, right?
I'm the good girlfriend. I'm good.
My aunt, she showed up drunk. I
Fine.
knew it was something I didn't
You
like
did
about
did
her.
miss it, Brad. When you went upstairs, Brittany flashed the cameras.
I
and,
did.
Like the
I'm
whole
sorry.
YouTube world
It
seen,
just slipped
seen the
out.
bubblies.
A little bit of bubbly.
A little bit of the boobies.
bit of the bubbly.
I can't barely. Is that loud enough? I can barely hear it in my headphones.
Barely hear that.
Yeah. Yeah. I can. I
Nothing.
can't.
I can hear just
I can hear it
fine.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's. I think.
Are we on the air?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah.
Oh, shit.
We are currently live, man.
Shit show.
Brought to you
2000.
by the.
This is just.
What do we call it? The
We're
Dusty
phoning
D-
it.
Dusty
bit of the
Mules.
The
bubbly.
Dusty Mules. yeah.
We're phoning it in into the 300. Like this is kind of like
We're just waiting for the
we're
300
just
to
waiting
drop.
for 300.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is what 298.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got 2 weeks to the big
298.
300th.
So next week we ought to just we'll do a live show where we all just take naps.
That's a
You
good
know?
idea.
What to sit here for an
we all
hour
come
and
in
take a
on
nap?
whippets, like huff
Oh, whoa,
paint.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Whip-
whoa.
that would
I'd
be
rather
30
do whippets
seconds.
as opposed to like huffing paint.
I wanna
But I like where your head's going.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your Quaaludes?
I've.
Who doesn't?
Oh, I'll
What were Quaaludes exactly?
I don't
They
know.
were
Ask
awesome.
Bill Cosby.
I don't know. It's like a myth.
I know.
It's
I
like,
No, they're real.
I almost look at it like a marshmallow hard candy. I don't even know.
Like if you fought, like I heard if you fought them, like if you like fought it off, like you had like the weirdest trip ever. Or,
I
like,
thought
Nah,
that
they're
was
just
like
really like
horse tranquilizers.
really
Mellow.
like you
But that
like.
was like
got a
real
dart
in
in
the
your neck.
70s. Like that doesn't make
Fucking dart in your neck.
it doesn't.
Yeah, almost like that.
Really?
Yeah.
It makes no sense that people in the
Dude.
70s with disco music were doing lewds. Like I don't get
You're
it.
crazy.
Like
in the 90s, dude.
I like you.
really?
You're crazy.
That's wild.
Crazy man.
Times. I
That
don't
sounds
know.
All that part.
awesome.
A little bit of.
That might
Weren't they
make
li-
you say that. Like if you
weren't
like
they a
supposed
little
to do your
date
bit, but
rapey?
you
That's
so
how
high
I
and shit,
feel.
You just get into it too much and start saying shit.
I
like
feel
that.
like a downer like that would be more rapey.
No, that's because the rapey people started using them for that
Yeah.
purpose. Like all other like recreational drugs can be turned into like something like.
I mean, what's not
it-
rapey?
No,
though?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can't do anything without being accused of rape anymore.
I mean,
I'm
it's
honestly
in vogue.
surprised you haven't brought a suit against all of us. Even Brad. You live
I
with him,
mean,
you know.
it's my prerogative. That's how I keep you in line. Just know.
She's like, I got these papers.
Yeah.
Usually come after the breakup. Like, oh my God, he was hitting
Yeah,
me
that's
for
when the
6
yeah that's
years
oh they're-
straight. Like what?
Yeah,
6
abusing
years?
me.
6 months ago, he was the best man on earth.
Yeah.
He was whooping your ass. For
That's
Now he's got a
5.5
small
years.
That
dick
was-
and he's
That
terrible.
was the strongest
Exactly.
thing I ever learned as like a girl. I'm like, don't hype your dude up too much, and like, don't talk shit about him.
Have you guys
That's it. That's the key to a happy relationship is just to not.
You
You
just
know,
tell them that
talk
she has
too
small
much
Well,
stuff.
titties.
hopefully you'll find that
Yeah.
someday. I'm just
Yeah, have you guys actually ever had that where like a girl breaks up with you and she's like, you got a small dick?
No.
Really? I had a girl do that to me once.
I had a girl do that to me and she never even touched my dick. So
Really?
what?
Like,
How do you know?
how did they do
Yeah.
it to your face or to your friends?
To
or
your
what?
dick, they get right up face to face,
Look
Yeah.
at
and
you.
they're like, "You're
It's
fucking small,
tiny.
You're tiny."
He's like, I'm a grower.
Yeah, psyching your dick out and shit,
I want to
It
say
It was
it
cold
over,
that night.
getting in its
What?
head.
You want to say what?
I want to say it was over a text message.
To you?
That's
To
even
me,
shittier.
yeah.
Can't even say that shit, dude.
You ever been broken up over text message?
No. Oh,
Yeah.
Not that I
Have you ever
recall.
been broken up during a dinner and then they make you pay for it still?
No.
I want to be like, we're fucking splitting this shit. Steak and Shake, too.
Yeah.
Get dumped at
Aw.
fucking Steak and
I
Shake.
ain't paying for none
Damn.
of this shit.
I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick and dip.
Yeah. Fuck all
I
y'all.
would have left her ass.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
You're cool.
You're cool.
Damn.
Oh.
That's why I can't eat Steak and Shake, because it always runs.
It's garbage anyways.
Speaking
Yeah,
of-
their food isn't really that good.
Speaking of steak, I got something for Leo's vegan
here
ass.
we go.
I wanted to ask you about this, man. Have you had the Impossible Whopper from Burger King yet?
Yes.
All you have?
How many times have you eaten it?
A couple times.
I've eaten it
Is it
twice
good?
myself. It's actually pretty decent.
Yeah, and that is my roommate that's got his brother's got that vegan jerky company in Louisville. Actually had an Impossible Burger like when it first like came out. They were doing like a test run of it or whatever,
Yeah.
and his brother got a hold of some because he had a vegan restaurant at the time. It's fucking amazing, and
Yeah.
they bleed like a burger.
What?
Yeah, there's beet
My-
juice in it.
The
It's-
ones that I had were just burnt as fuck.
well, that's
but they
at
were still
Burger King,
good.
but if you make it
Yeah.
like fresh on a grill
that's
or
what
on
I
a
like about it. Is
skillet,
it chars?
yeah.
I had a patty of it once.
They cook it on the same grill as what they cook the meat on.
Well, you
though.
can never
Oh,
request
I don't know,
You
because
can
or does it
They're-
have its own grill?
No, they do. But
Do they?
you have to request it cooked separately.
Really?
And they're like, well, sure, we'll get right on top of that.
Yeah.
Every time I've ordered it, they've had to like make them special. They don't have them like pre-made or anything.
Really? I want
Yeah.
to try one.
They're not.
They're
bad.
good.
really.
I don't know about Burger King's version, but the burger
It tastes,
meat itself
it tastes
is
the same.
good.
I had it at Brew Burgers downtown. They had it for like almost 2 years.
Yeah.
It cost like double the price.
Yeah.
And it tastes a lot better. It's more juicy, but it has the same flavor for the most part.
Really?
So you would like it. Most people,
That's
I feel
where
like
I went.
if you didn't know the difference and I just gave it to you, you would think it was a
Oh,
wrap.
that's where we
Yeah.
went downtown last
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
Now
on
see,
6th Street.
for me,
Yeah, we
Yeah.
went there last week and ate. I've never been there before.
I've eaten a lot of regular Whoppers, so I know what a regular Whopper tastes like. And I had the Impossible Whopper, and you could have totally fucking switched it on me, and I couldn't.
So
probably
it is
did.
like in the commercials where they're like, "Oh wow, I can't even believe."
Yeah,
it.
I couldn't.
There
Yeah.
was they had a like it was like a pulled chicken slider at Morel's.
Yeah,
is
that-
Do
butter.
that, do that hand gesture
And it-
again.
It was vegan.
Thanks,
It was an
Dusty.
all vegan.
Was it made out of
What was the
jackfruit?
hand gesture? I missed it.
I don't know.
I'm not sure,
It
but
was
they had
kinda
a
fun.
thing. Their claim to fame was a
like that.
Farby. It was a fake. It was a vegan beef and cheddar.
Mhm.
Fucking amazing.
I don't like vegan cheese. It's weird.
No, that's
It
my
was
complaint too. But
liquid
this
cheese,
dude,
so it
dude
was
got
like-
his cheese from like a lady that like makes
It meant,
her own vegan cheese.
but it was like kind of meant to be that like.
See, I never
Like
liked
consistency?
cheese anyway.
Oh,
Oh, really?
that's
like
an
milk and
unfair.
shit,
That's an unfair
so-
review.
You don't like cheese?
Nah. Well, only
What?
time I ate cheese in my life it was on pizza because it don't taste like anything, and on cheese conies because it also don't.
Yeah,
taste
you got
like anything.
that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah, it is
the
kind
only-
of like a
That's
bland.
so-
It is kind of a
the only
bland
other
cheese
cheese
that they
that don't
use
taste
on
like-
those
That's
conies.
insane because that's the only context in which my dad liked cheese. He did not like it on cheeseburgers. He didn't like it like on
Macaroni and
anything.
shit.
He
Now,
was like,
now hold on,
"Nah,
hold on,
I'm
hold on,
out."
hold on a second. Your dad only ate it that way?
Yeah, for real. Like he would
And-
only eat
and-
pizza and,
before the show, Leo said he never
pennies.
really knew his dad. So maybe.
Whoa.
I know
100th episode
him. I
DNA
just didn't.
test.
I don't
DNA
know
test.
him personally.
Ah.
You like know like oh my dad likes sliced bread or whatever you the fuck you talking about. Your dad like or don't like. I don't know those type of details. You know, I knew the motherfucker.
I was
I knew
relating it. Yeah. I just remember I'd be.
What do they
so-
sell? What's
Could
it?
be
Is it
okay.
expensive for a burger?
I got
for
a
that there?
double with cheese, and it was like 6 something.
Yeah,
That's
It's
about
not-
what it
it's not
is
that
for like a
much.
regular burger, a regular double.
I bought
would be
it
at
with
the at Burger
It's
King.
like $8.29 for
yeah,
a
that's
medium
that's not bad.
meal, which is
Yeah,
very
That's
Kinda-
not- that's
I mean
not-
that's kind of what a regular burger would
Yeah,
be at
the
Burger
meal at
King now. Like
Brewburger-
fast food's pretty fucking expensive
the meal
now.
at Brewburger was like $15.
Yeah, that
Damn.
meal. What did I get?
Is that like a
What
thick
did I get?
burger though?
Yeah, it's a
You
little
got a
bit
burger
thicker.
without the bun.
Oh, I got the lamb. Yeah, lamb burger
Lamb
without the
burger.
bun at Brewburger.
Lamb burger without you just get a burger, man. You're doing too much.
I like lamb.
Speaking
meat,
from a
though.
vegan,
I like
you
I like lamb.
So you
meat.
like
Without the bun?
So you like
Why
euros?
is it a
Yeah, because I
short
can't
burger?
have
Because it's a
I can't
carb
have,
situation.
Can't have carbs right
He's
now. I'm on that
being-
no carb
It's been real
diet.
good.
Have you eaten a euro recently?
Yeah, you're.
All I feel like fucking honestly, all I feel like I fucking eat is salad,
Don't look at me like I'm causing this. Like,
salad, fucking cheese quesadillas.
That's not cheese. That's too greasy for
Right,
me.
you
though.
might as well just get the,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, the bread and
Yeah.
shit. You eating the
Cheese quesadillas are greasy.
How
as
come-
fuck.
Dairy
Not
is
the way
worse
we not-
than
How come
bread.
you don't eat chicken, man?
Oh,
We
we eat
do.
chicken.
So
I eat chicken.
eat a chicken quesadilla then.
Hold on, so
Can you not eat turkey?
it's about
you turkey.
preparation.
It's
in
about
a
man, all
small
that shit.
fucking
It
kitchen.
fucking takes forever to fucking eat
And
this
when you're
way
in a
too.
kitchen,
You really
Get
think
canned chicken. You even gotta cook it.
I know I do like
Ew.
canned
What?
chicken. Canned
Yeah.
chicken's
Ew.
good.
No, thank
what
you.
the fuck
I will
is that? Cat
not.
food?
You've never had.
It smells like
What's
cat
canned
food.
chicken?
Fucking
You never
Yeah.
had kids? It's like
disgusting.
chicken.
It's like
chicken
shredded-
in a
it's like
can.
shredded
no,
chicken in
but
a
it's
can.
chicken in a
That
can.
is where I
no.
draw the line.
That's
And it's
cat
in
food.
water.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
in water.
I'm gonna eat a can of it.
Disgusting.
You ever
next
had
week on
seen
the
those?
show.
Have you ever seen that hamburger in a can?
Yikes.
What?
Yeah, there's a guy called. You ever seen L.A. Beast? He's this dude
Oh,
on
yeah.
YouTube that does like crazy, like fucking, like he
See
eats
him drink the
pencils.
Crystal Light?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I've
eats
seen
pencils
that.
and like crayons and shit. But he did one where he eats cheeseburger in a can, and it was fucking.
I saw one where this guy
Ugh.
ate like some old military food from like 40
Yeah,
years
he's
ago.
done one of
That
those
shit
too.
was
Yeah,
nasty as
yeah.
fuck.
Or he bought a fucking Crystal Pepsi from the '90s
Yeah, and
for
he drank it.
$500 on eBay, and then drank it. It got real sick.
Did you see him vape like a whole cart
Yeah,
in one day?
yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that shit was insane.
That guy's
He
awesome.
vaped an
He
entire.
vaped
weed
a whole
cart?
entire weed cart in one day, and he was so riddled.
Yeah, I
So
bet.
I have a question.
Okay.
What is like actual vape juice?
Are you
It's,
talking about what's going
polypropylene
around?
glycol
What? But like, where do you
and
procure?
vegetable glycerin.
Where do you procure it?
Like,
No, I
like,
just
are
funny,
you
like,
asking
he
because I
actually
make it
knew- he
myself?
said the
No, I don't
ingredients,
know.
so.
I didn't know that you made it yourself.
Yeah.
dude, Carol.
Yeah, I make all my own vape juice
Yeah.
myself. yeah.
Because I was like looking into
Jerry's rape juice.
Grape juice.
Here, Brittany, just take a hit off this. And
It's got
sit back.
Quaaludes in it.
Lube juice.
Lube juice.
Quay juice.
You make your
What
own
happened to
vape
your
juice
real,
for real?
like
Yeah.
your big
Yeah,
cart?
he does.
When?
What are you talking
He
about?
has for like
Yeah,
the
what
last
are
couple
you
years.
This one?
Yeah.
I use
You-
both.
you- oh.
Hold
Yeah.
on, wait.
When one battery dies, I grab the other one.
You never
So it's
seen
like
him
chain
swapped out?
smoking
This
kinda.
motherfucker,
Yeah.
He's serious with this shit.
Yeah, he is.
I've
He's
only
always
ever
got.
seen the big guy.
I'm not that serious.
Well, I'm gonna bring it up though. 3 people died. recently.
So, all right. So here's the
Hold on.
thing.
Hold on,
Did
hold
you-
on.
What's
You
up,
gotta let
man?
you gotta let Dusty take the lead on this one.
Okay.
No,
so
that's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
Vape Defenders group.
yeah, that's what it is.
No.
So it's the people are dying mostly just because they're vaping like the black market vape carts, like the carts that
The weed carts.
Yeah, the weed carts. So what they
That's
are is they
the
have
issue.
yeah. So what it is that people use like a either like a pesticide when they're growing the weed, and then what happens is when that pesticide of course gets in the roots, and then when the roots suck it up and it goes into the weed. So when they break down the weed and it turns into an oil, it's that pesticide is still inside of the oil. So when it hits when it gets to a certain temperature, it turns into the gas that they use during
Cyclone 9.
But
the Nazis used.
yeah, it's what the
That's-
Nazis use.
That's the
So-
difference, though, is weed is only fat soluble, which we touched on last week. In that
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Or no, 3 weeks ago, because didn't you guys miss 2 weeks there?
Yeah, missed a
No.
week.
Or was it a week?
Just a week.
Sorry, I'm on a
Sorry.
little bit of the bubbly.
But yeah, that's the issue. Is the weed takes the oil to break down, but then it like to put it in a fucking cart, it has to be in like butane and like all this like crazy.
It doesn't have to. They
but
can use CO2 as well.
But a lot of them
Yeah.
do that, and
Mhm.
like that's why that's what I was getting at by asking you about like where do you get your juice and all that kind of
okay.
stuff, because it is being like vape, like all the vaping madness where vaping's like killing teenagers. It's
Yeah.
not vaping like even nicotine
No.
stuff. It's always black market
Yeah.
weed
You
carts.
gotta have regulations on this. stuff.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm getting at. Is like you are literally killing
Are
teenagers.
y'all sure? I didn't read anything about weed in that.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
didn't
well,
know
a lot of
They
the
do, they
articles
ba-
haven't
they
posted
bury it,
that.
and this
That's
is
what
They
it-
always try to
They-
tie. They always try to tie this
Usually they
in.
try to be all the weed
No.
did
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
They bury it, and this is why. Because you have big pharma involved in the like getting off of like Chantix. You have all of those. Like they're invested in getting people off of.
So they try
and
to make
the-
it look like
the-
it's the regular vapes. doing
Correct.
it.
The tobacco companies want to go straight from growing tobacco to growing weed.
Right.
They don't want this fucking vaping bullshit
Jerry in the back.
in
You get
between.
arrested.
So they're like, because it's proven most effective. Like if you are
Yeah.
trying to get off cigarettes to switch to vapes, that is the most effective
Right.
way to get
That-
off of
that's
combustible
that's what I use.
tobacco.
Yeah. You used it. I used it.
The UK has like regulations that if you're to get people to quit smoking is they prefer vaping.
Yeah.
And they
in
won't-
the UK.
The
They
thing
even give it to you in the
In
hospital.
the hospital,
The
yeah.
FDA will not study vape like tobacco-based vapes.
The
They
only,
won't do it.
The only issue I can see from vaping too much is like the potential like issue moisture on your lungs or
Or
whatever.
turning into a bro.
I'm not arguing
But
that
see,
vaping
that's
tobacco
all-
is safe. I'm arguing that it's not
No, I'm not
studied
even
as
talking about
being
tobacco.
really.
Period. I'm just talking
Yeah.
about just
Vaping
mist
itself.
from vaping in general. You can put.
Well,
moisture
inhaling
on
any
your
foreign
lungs.
object into
It's
your
all
lung is probably
absorbed
great.
into your. Yeah, I definitely
Yeah.
agree with you there. But it's all.
We're not saying it's awesome.
No, I'm talking about like
It's like-
too much at one period of time. You can give yourself like a psyched out version of like a cold or pneumonia.
Yeah, I've
Or a
heard
that
respiratory
too.
issue.
I'll say
That's-
this: if that
that's-
was the case, I'd be sick all the time because I vape like a motherfucker.
You're
Like,
probably
when
just used to.
when-
I think it might
Oh,
have
yeah.
because I know myself when I vape, I do cough
More.
often, not like a lot, but here and there I will feel like a mucus buildup or whatnot, like in my chest or throat or something like.
Feels
not
like a
lot, but it's
watery,
a
like at the
little-
base.
Yeah,
I
somewhat
feel, and I feel
Yeah.
like when you get to the end
no, I
of,
just feel like I
a
gotta
vape,
spit. You know, my
it tastes like tartar.
Tastes like tartar.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's just
tartar.
that
unpleasant.
might be that black
Tartar
market.
sauce?
That's that black market.
No, like tartar, like tartar,
It,
like
it probably.
like people with real bad tartar breath. You
Yeah.
know?
Oh, I got you. Maybe it's you. Like
Nah, my teeth are.
maybe,
Maybe
it's your tartar.
maybe it's the buildup of the spit on the.
Yes, I think
I'm
Hey,
not
yeah.
On the coil?
spitting all
Yeah,
over it.
uh,
No, it's in your throat though. I
It's in
think
your-
like the
it's on your
mucus.
Oh yeah,
builds
that's like
up,
kind of like
you
why
know.
microphones smell after a while, kind of
Yeah.
a little bit.
Could be.
What does it smell like?
Wow.
Oh, I bleached mine down 2 weeks ago.
He did.
Yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah,
'cause
he
I
did,
was a
'cause he
little
was-
bit sick.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, when you were
I didn't wanna
sick.
get
That was
into
nice.
feeling
of
better, bro?
People
Yeah,
wouldn't do
good,
that.
man.
Dude, I will say, like after you left, like after you wiped everything down, I walked back in and I was just like, God damn, he cleaned the fuck out of that because it smells like.
I told my wife that. I was like,
room.
he's some like germaphobe guy, and he just cleaned everything out. And she's like, for real? I'm like, yeah. She's like, well,
Okay.
y'all should really do that anyway.
I never have like a white people versus black people thing to bring up, but
oh.
but
Where's it at, Britt? Where's it at?
But
You
my-
gotta throw up the sign.
My theory is in my like anecdotal experience, I think as a
Germaphobes.
whole, the black community is much cleaner than the white community. That is my take on
I feel they're more
things.
germophobic.
I think it's just
I
more,
think there's
it's a more tidy, it's a more like I feel very much like that is something
I know,
like
'cause I've seen some
you have to make sure
slobby ass
everything-
white people.
Exactly. Like, that's my thing. Like you don't see a bunch of black people on hoarders.
Like you
Like
didn't.
you just don't.
You really
You
don't.
don't see. I don't think I've ever seen a.
I have never.
Or they
I've
just don't
watched a
admit
shit
it.
ton of hoarders, and I've never seen a black person on a hoarder. That is my
I know some
evidence.
black hoarders. They all old, but it's like still like everything has its place. So to
I
speak.
thought he was gonna say I know some black whores.
Of course, I know some of those. Don't we all?
that is my like.
But did you
hill to
know
die
a lot of
on.
people don't know that, like a little history lesson or whatnot. But Africans help, domesticate. I didn't even say the word.
Domesticate?
Yeah, thank you. I've been
Yeah.
A little bit of the bubbly. Hit
Europe
it,
and
bubbly.
whatnot. Like the Moors or whatever came over and helped Europe clean their shit up. That's a lot of diseases because white people love dogs and shit. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they help.
African tribes came up with inoculation of this person's sick with this particular disease. Everybody would go and like dip a knife in their like wound and then cut everyone else. And that's how inoculation became a thing. Like it was like a thing that came out of like upper North Africa.
Kind of like a flu shot.
Yeah.
I gotta say that's
I didn't know that.
pretty gangster right
Yeah,
there.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, bitch, I'm gonna cut you, but it's gonna help you.
It was they saw it as like spreading the pain of the one amongst many, and then you help bear it, and so it came from a spiritual aspect.
I mean,
but
that's
it,
a beautiful thing, but you got to be careful. What if it was like the plague and shit? Like,
What if
Yeah.
it's Ebola?
Oh, Ebola. Yeah, I was gonna say Ebola.
They also
Took us
brought us
out.
Ebola, so
damn if you do, damn if you don't.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's all about being paranoid in America. Like black people more afraid of like the unseen too. So like white people have somewhat of a superiority complex.
Right.
So it's like,
Nothing
what
can-
germs?
can get
Fuck
us,
out of here.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just speaking from.
I feel like white
black
people get
man's
sick a lot
perspective.
more too.
their
Oh.
immunity.
We always got
is
cold. We always have colds or
That's
something
some
going on.
bullshit.
That's a genetic thing. Like if you want to, I don't know. It's all
It's
theory
exposure.
in a sense, but like where I work, I do see more people of like more Arabs and white folks being more sick with like odd genetic type of
All right.
things.
Now I'm gonna give you this, and I'm not racist against Arab people, but they do get sick a lot.
But did you know that Arab folks and white folks are very similar, like phenotype? That's where the whole beginning of
the expression of
trying to steal
of race.
Jesus for the
Yeah.
whites
Mhm.
came from. So I can.
But they wipe their ass with their finger and they clean it with a piece of toilet paper.
Really, they do
don't-
that?
They don't have a knife,
No, they're not.
Oh, yeah, poop
They're
stick,
poop
stick.
So it's weird because I knew a
We
guy
have natures.
I knew a guy that was from Morocco and he told me this. And he
Really?
was
They
yeah.
shit in the street.
Honestly,
in the
there's
Middle East,
probably
too.
not
Hold
that
on,
much
wait,
difference
whoa.
with germ, like
Wipe
germ.
his ass with his hand.
So what they did was like they take like a piece of toilet paper and like they fold it up and they'll take like a little piece off, like in the middle, and then they'll take that piece of toilet paper and they'll put it on their middle finger, and that's how they wipe their ass. And then what they'll do is that little piece of toilet paper
Who
they
told
ripped
you
off.
this?
No, this is a
That little piece of toilet paper they ripped off, they cleaned underneath their fingernail with it.
Yep.
And they would only shake people with their hand that they don't wipe
Yep.
with. Yes, and that's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
Mhm.
Why not just?
I always
use-
thought that was like a joke.
No,
No,
it's a real thing.
They
Yeah.
like to this day. Is it like tradition or something?
Yeah, that's just what they've grown up with.
Man,
They
fuck
shit in the
that.
streets out there too.
For real?
hmm
Like,
No,
so
it's
you
a
just-
bullshit.
free
You look it
open
up. I
season?
swear,
Like,
yeah.
Anywhere you need
Yeah.
to go, you go.
I don't know about shitting in the street, but that's how they
That's
wipe
like in
and stuff.
India and shit.
Yeah.
That's,
I know, like there's still very modern countries that they have just a hole in the
Speaking
ground.
of,
What?
I'm gonna tell my homeless guy story.
All right.
The shit on a wall?
Yes, so for like the last couple weeks, people at my work have been telling me because I take the steps down out of the garage that's right by the convention center, and everyone's like, "Oh, don't do that." Like one of my coworkers got robbed. They're like, "It's just dangerous. Like you should just go." Like it's like crackheads and shit, and there is always like drug paraphernalia like right at that bottom floor and shit. But anyway, got back from the holiday weekend at work, and I'm walking down the stairs, and there's literally like a dude sleeping on a fucking look like a brand new mattress at the bottom of the steps. So I was like, fuck it, and walked right by him. And then the next couple days he wasn't there. And I guess
should've
he
woke
took
him up and
off
ran.
because somebody either he did or somebody else took a shit right next to his mattress. I'm
They're
thinking
like,
it was
they don't pay that dude to
probably
fucking
him.
to sleep here. They're just shit there.
I'm
He's
sure
like,
he
"You can
probably just
sleep
got
here."
up in the middle of the
Yeah.
night and just like took a shit right next to his
Probably.
like,
Shit, where he lay?
yeah, why?
Yeah.
I thought that was like just like homeless people don't do that.
Honey
It
bear
depends
don't
on
do
I
it.
mean,
you
if
are,
if
you
I
know,
was
I-
homeless, I'd shit anywhere I could.
I
You
would.
know?
Why
Just
would
because
you
you homeless don't mean you got to be like filthy.
Right next to your
Yeah.
bed, though.
That's true too.
Why? You can move the bed.
You left a lot of drug paraphernalia behind.
Like
Well,
syringes.
that's the issue.
Syringes,
It's
and
not
then you
that
know
he
when you
was
see
a
like the
homeless
just like
guy,
the
he was
bottom
a
of like a
drug
pop
addict.
can,
Oh,
just like
yeah.
and you're like,
They
oh, they're
burnt it
cooking
up.
something. They were cooking
Yeah.
something on there.
Probably was like a rival homeless dude.
Like framing them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get him kicked out of this space and take over and
Yeah.
sleep.
Get you
That's-
evicted.
Yeah.
That's a
Fuck your
really
mattress.
conspicuous area.
But he probably moved in on Friday night. He knew like, hey, long weekend. A lot of people downtown aren't going to be at
I got
work.
3
so I
days
got
to be
3 days
here.
to
Yeah.
fucking sleep in this nice little apartment
That's
I set up
smart.
for myself here.
Yeah.
on
Probably had like
Oh,
if he
yeah.
left, he probably wouldn't have got back in. So
Yeah.
he was like,
I saw a
"Fuck it,
homeless dude
I'm
with a
gonna
microwave once, so that was pretty
the,
funny.
what, just like hanging out on the street,
What,
like
for
making a
sale?
hot pocket?
Yeah,
or
like he
something?
brought a mic, like he'd carry a microwave with him. Like he had a little rolly thing bag, and he had a microwave on it. And he was like, he might have been homeless. He
shit."
said he was homeless.
You know, a lot of
but-
buildings have the little outlet.
Yeah.
So you just plug
Yeah.
the shit
That's a
up
good
in
idea.
there.
You like to
There's
donate
so
hot
many
pockets.
wires on the outside of our building. Someone could easily set up camp.
I was just thinking this is
Like-
terrible, but I want to make like I would just sell these on Fountain Square, and I'm sure a lot of the people that work down there would buy them. But I want to make trading cards of all the different like homeless people that hang out on Fountain Square. Like, oh, I got hello guy. I'll trade you for schizophrenic smelly guy that's always in those hospital shoes. Like, oh, okay, well I got fucking
Shit on the wall guy.
schizophrenic Asian lady. Like,
And they
Do
go
you
to
guys
rehab and
remember-
clean up and start being more valuable.
Yeah.
Do you remember Hat Guy?
Holographic.
Hat Guy got his own write-up in City Beat. So
oh, the guy that wore all the
there was this
hats.
guy who had a hat and he had like a slot that he would put like a different poster board of like random.
Oh, like saying yes,
schizophrenic
yeah, like
ramblings
sayings and
that he
stuff.
had.
You guys remember the "Can I have a quarter" guy?
In Covington, look like Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
Like blonde. A quarter. I have a quarter. Yeah,
Was
like
that
Kurt
for a
Cobain.
quarter?
I always like had a theory that actually was Kurt Cobain. He like faked his suicide and moved to Covington to hang out.
I mean, there's no better place to be anonymous.
because that's where I would go if I.
Is that guy still? I haven't seen him
I
around
haven't
in
seen him.
forever.
He had his own Facebook page for a while.
Quarter guy did.
Well, somebody made it for him. But yeah.
Quarter.
Hey man, you got a quarter so I can get on my Facebook page.
He would just like that would be the only thing he would say. It was just he'd go, "Got a quarter," or sometimes he would just like phone it in and just be like, quarter.
I mean, you have a following. Why?
Quarter. And he looked a lot like Kurt Cobain. You know, dog catcher guy in Covington, the guy on the bike, and if you had a dog, or he would drive by anybody with a dog on his bike, he'd be like, I'm gonna get the dog whisperer after you. Well, anyway, I got him arrested once because he fucking threatened to like kill my dog, and I was like, fuck you, dude. Then he was like gonna beat me up with his fucking bag of booze. I was like, you're not gonna. He's like, I'm gonna break this over your face. I was like, you're not gonna waste booze on me. Keep
Yeah.
walking.
And then he said,
A little bit of the bubbly.
Yeah, a little bit of the
Yeah.
bubbly. We'll never get old.
It was a Listerine bottle.
And you
so
got
it
him
was broke.
arrested?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That's
He
wrong.
fucking pissed
Dude,
me off.
hey, dude got
He was probably
caught.
excited. He
3
got a
squares
caught.
on a
I don't
cop.
know.
that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, threatening to kill a dog, people come back with like poison hamburgers.
And he was in our
Like,
neighborhood
it's a
all the
thing.
all the time.
That's
so it was
bullshit. You don't do that to somebody, man. You don't send people to jail for shit like that.
For threatening your dog?
It
People
was-
have done
it
real
was- it was a
harm to
good
me,
thing.
and I would never
Leo-
call the police.
Leo,
on
you
Really?
got to hear me out on this.
He's white and he loves his dog.
For a homeless dude,
That
that was
explains a
probably
lot.
a blessing.
yeah, that's
Like
what
I
the
said,
cop said. He was like, "You're doing this guy a favor."
Yeah, he gets a place to sleep. That's either warm
Yeah.
or
Your
air
kids
conditioned.
as he was going,
he gets
getting
food and
ushered
shit.
away and shit. Thank you.
I've been hoping somebody
He's like,
did
he
this.
turned to me. He's like, "It's Salisbury steak night. Thanks a lot." Like high fived me on his way into the police car.
Oh
Man, people
man.
broke in my house, stole shit. I would not call the police.
They
Like,
did, or if
yeah,
they would.
they did.
See that? Like I don't know. There's like a
It's like little shit.
there's
you know.
different things with me where I
Okay,
would call
but
the
to
police
get-
and I wouldn't
to-
call
to
any kind of
file a-
threat against like an animal,
To file
a kid
an
or a
insurance
woman. I
claim,
think
you have
I'd
to
call the
have-
cops.
That's snitching, man. You gotta like handle certain things yourself.
To
You feel me?
file
Like,
an insurance
I just
claim,
beat his ass.
if someone breaks into your house, to file an insurance claim, you have to have a police report.
Well,
Yeah.
I ain't have renter's insurance at the time.
Uh,
But just
That's
because
the
I call the
thing.
police don't mean I'm gonna say, hey, this
Yeah.
person did it.
Well,
Yeah.
you
You
wouldn't.
know.
I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, if I
yes, you
knew.
would. Brad would force you. Tell him.
if I knew, if I knew, yeah. But like, how you gonna know? Who knows?
That's really the only. There's
always
one other
somebody you
time. There's
know
one
for
other
most
time I called the cops, and that's because a dude like punched his fucking girlfriend like
Oh, I would've called the
right
cops
in
then,
the fucking
too,
face
yeah.
and shit.
Yeah.
It depends.
you should just jump in. The
If she
middle of it.
deserved it, she fucking did. I'm just kidding.
No,
See-
you gotta be careful though, man.
And it
because-
was like another reason behind that, not to defend myself, was it was very close to like kids getting like the bus that came by was
Oh,
like very
yeah.
close to them like coming home. And I didn't want them to like, I don't
we
know,
just got different values.
see that shit.
I would just step in myself and break it up.
Oh, I wouldn't step in
before
a
I would call the
domestic,
police, though.
a domestic situation.
It's the same thing. Like, calling the
Damn it.
police, how is that going to really help the situation?
It's
That's why I say you got to know the situation somewhat. Because most of the time, I've even when I was growing up, I would break up my friends and their girlfriend. Them motherfuckers be right back together the next day.
Here's the thing, though.
She in his face talking shit. I'm looking like, this motherfucker gonna beat your ass. And it's
Here's
like,
the
y'all
thing.
love this shit. So I just stay away from the whole situation.
It's establishing a paper trail. Here's how I'm saying. Like, you're telling me, like, the people that you would step in between, they're not going to press charge. They're not going to, like, be litigious against you. What I'm saying is if, like, he were to step in on, like, some hillbillies in Covington, they might come back and press charges on him. He might be the one to end up in trouble.
Damn.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's possible.
That's what I'm saying. It's a litigious society.
That's some
these
white
days.
people shit.
It's
I actually
some
had
white-
a-
It is some white. It is some
that's
white people.
fucked up.
Oh, here's some guy. Here's some guy who might have some money down the line. Let me fuck after him and like get his life in trouble.
And then she testified
That's
on
what I'm
his
saying.
behalf.
Exactly. That's the
Now
point.
you want to beat her.
That's the point.
And him.
It's a different. You're correct in your assessment of that. Is a different like code of value because it fucking is like.
It's wrong. We just have different ways of trying to fix the situation.
Right. And that's where like one of my favorite, but like one of my stories of like with my dad, like when I was like 11 or 12.
Are you just rubbing it in that you like know your dad?
Yeah, I know. My dad.
Three dad references.
I know.
All right, we get it. Damn.
We talk to him every Sunday.
Enough
We get
already.
it.
But like, but it's where it's like it's come to in like a point of society is that like my dad and my grandpa, we were in Put-in Bay, and it's like again the whitest.
little family
It sounds like
vacation.
the whitest girl fucking
was,
story on the
but-
face of the earth.
But like this guy was all drunk and was like pushing his girlfriend around, and my dad and my grandpa, like I mean, they're from Appalachia, and like
Told 'em
they like,
off.
but they like looked at each other and like just gave a nod, and my dad comes up, knocks the dude on his ass, and my grandpa gets in his face and goes, "You leave her the fuck alone, and you tell your little buddies to take your drunk pussy ass home." And I was like, "Damn!" Like I was 11, like I didn't.
Did you say
know.
jam?
I was like,
Damn.
I was like,
And then the
"Damn."
Michael Jackson song, the fucking Michael Jackson song, Jam. Go for this jam.
Yeah, he started dancing in the middle of
There
the
you
jam.
Yeah.
Jam.
Jam.
I
Here
think
comes
it's a
the man.
generational
Jam.
difference too. Like that's another.
Wasn't that Heavy
thing.
D in
Yeah,
that?
it
Yeah,
was.
that
It
was
was.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. See, just coming from the streets or even like from the hood or whatever, just because you from the hood don't mean you from the streets. But either way, we just ain't into calling the police as much, because I've seen like not in person, but I've seen like even on the internet or whatever, like a dude's mother called the police and they end up killing her son. Just on
Yeah.
So, yeah.
shit. Like,
It leads-
it's crazy. Like,
I can see because it leads to more shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've watched enough episodes of Cops to know
Yeah.
that black people don't call police.
Yeah. It just leads
No,
to
they-
more
yeah.
shit, more
There gotta
trouble.
be some serious shit,
Yeah.
like for the most part.
But it's not just. I think it's also like the difference between
Dead
like
giveaway.
people who have like.
I think that's probably the only guy that's ever called the black guy that's ever called the cops on
That could
something
be.
probably.
Yeah.
The girl,
See,
there's some
if-
bitter girlfriends that call the police all the time.
Oh yeah, I do.
For
Yeah.
no reason that happens. a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
Well-
like either you calling them too much
Yeah.
for no reason at all, or you not calling them when you probably should.
Yeah.
So
Well,
Yeah.
again, establishing the paper trail.
That's
You ever
some,
date a
wanna
girl
get
like threatened to call like
custody.
that?
but you see, Brett, that's some white people
I'm
shit.
gonna call the police.
yeah, I don't stay around for that.
Well,
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
like.
fuck
It's-
all
Don't
that.
play around like that. I'm afraid more than anything. Like, don't play around with the police and shit. Like
Yeah.
that. That's the
Now,
last thing you should do.
let me ask you something. This is kind of for everybody. I know a guy who is a cop. Like, we used to hang out when we were little and stuff. And I was going to have him come in on the show one day. Would y'all be weirded out by
No,
that?
I
Is
actually
he a
want to talk
cop
about the
now?
police to the
Yeah, I
police
think that would be-
in a
Is
comfortable
he
setting,
current
so that'd
cop?
be great.
He's a current cop, yeah.
Yes.
But
Bring
I'm
him
thinking
on.
he may have to wear like a ski mask to like hide his
Yeah,
identity.
he could get probably getting a lot of like
Yeah.
depending on what we're gonna.
Change his voice.
we could
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
like,
we could get
we could have
those
like a
voice
booth
disguises.
over there with like just like a mouthpiece.
Have him sit
set
behind the
up.
curtain.
We'll use the
Yeah.
same
Yeah.
blanket that all the Oh wait a minute. Waxy pubes get.
Waxy pubes.
Oh, it's waxing pubes situation. His
He's
mom's
waxing
now
the
aware
pubes.
that his pubes are getting waxed.
Oh, really?
You're gonna wax
Yeah,
your
we're
pubes?
gonna wax. I'm gonna wax my pubes.
Oh,
for the
you don't
300th
currently wax your
episode.
pubes?
No.
Spoiler
Oh,
alert.
why
I've been
not?
growing it down there, so we got something for the fucking show. I usually shave,
Yeah.
especially in the
Why
summertime,
wax though? Why don't you just shave it? It save the pain, right?
because it's
Because
gonna be
it's a
funny.
free
It's gonna be for the
episode
show,
him
man.
It's gonna be
to-
for the show. We
Yeah,
gotta
man.
we gotta get viral. We gotta get something going.
Once
here,
you go
guys.
wax, man, you never go backs.
Do you
I can't
wax?
even imagine
No.
how it feel to get your
Shave.
balls
I
waxed.
shave
It's
everything.
not his balls. It's a bikini line situation because I don't trust myself on the ball situation.
Hey, I trust the balls.
You know what? I'd much rather
his
wax.
balls.
I'd much
You might
rather
as
wax the
well.
balls than use a razor to
Yeah, I
shave
would
the balls.
think it would be more
I heard the worst
necessary
part
to
is the
wax
taint is
balls.
what's supposed
The
to be the most
taint?
painful.
Really?
It seemed like the balls would be
No.
worse. 'cause
That's
you
the-
got
you're
like
not a
little
man.
mini
It's
Little
crevices in
crevices.
there.
I
Yeah.
have a taint and it does not hurt to get
I
waxed.
guess maybe it just doesn't bother
You would
women
have
as
to
much,
like
but every
rip
guy
the
that's ever got
balls
waxed
to, like,
says the
make 'em
taint.
tighter
You
and
ha- yeah,
then
you have
wax
to
the-
make them taut.
It can't be as bad as if like I've nicked my
gotta-
balls a
you gotta
couple times
bat wing
shaving.
that
That
shit.
shit
Yeah, you have to
sucks.
batwing the shit out
You
of
ever
it.
done that? That shit
your balls?
bleeds like
Nick
a
your balls
son of a
suck,
bitch,
man.
You know,
man.
they sell man. They got the manscaped.
Man there.
Yeah.
No, it's called manscaped.
Ma- Maninera? That's like
they
the
got a
like.
clipper.
Man in
It
there,
was like an
like
actual
Italian.
shaver
Yeah.
for that
Yeah.
purpose.
Confession,
Really?
or I actually have it.
I'm good.
Oh, did you? Did
I'm
you
gonna
buy
get
it?
Yeah, I
one.
bought it. It's
Did-
called
I was gonna- I
Manscaped. It don't
didn't know any-
bite. You can shave down there. It
What's
don't bite.
Manscaped? I'm gonna look this
Manscaped.
up.
And they send you like replacement blades every so often.
I've honestly
it's like
thought about
Dollar
buying
Shave
it.
Club.
Which I got them
Yeah.
like stacked up because it's like I don't do this often anyway.
Yeah.
So you know,
Y'all's hair like it's curly. Shit. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Don't straighten.
no.
The
I'm
lawnmower
afraid you're-
2.0 trimmer.
The lawnmower.
Like, oh,
That
that's
is
the
what
name
they
of
call
one.
it,
Yeah, the
though.
lawnmower
Your skin is so
2.0.
sensitive. I'm concerned.
No, it's good. It's made for that purpose.
Is it?
I want one now.
It doesn't bite or anything. It's
$50.
designed-
It's not bad.
So hold on a second. Hold on a second here.
It's made specifically so you don't cut your balls.
Yes.
Dusty, you just said something about. Are you talking about his pubes?
Yeah, I'm talking about like
black people
like
hair in
their
general.
hair's different.
Is it like a fro down there?
I mean, it could be whatever you want it to be.
I
I mean, I'm saying that
It's
their
not a
hair
fro,
gets like
like-
kind of curly.
It's
No.
different.
I mean, my pubes are kind of
It's
curly
like-
too,
Yeah,
but
really?
It lays down
I
just
mean,
like
Mine
any
are
other.
crimped.
It lay down just like any other hair, but if
If
you just
you
let
grow
it
it
grow
out, yeah, it's a
then
different
it can.
texture.
It's no different than. But I would say like I'm a man and I'm not that hairy, so I don't really like know everybody else's situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
But I would
Kinda my
say that
thing.
women's pubic hairs grow faster than males.
Yeah.
So
I would say like women's
Absolutely.
pubic hairs are
There's
like
different
curlier than
fold
men's
situations.
too.
yes, of course, they
Yeah.
hair softer in general.
All right, we're just gonna have to have a pube.
No.
A pube
pube
off.
off?
Yeah.
Softer.
Pube off. Yeah.
Softer is not
I'm just-
accurate.
I'm
You
just
don't think
curious
so?
about what other
Nah.
people's pubes look like now.
I thought women's hair was softer. than-
in like maybe.
I'm just
other
saying in
areas.
general. You know, I just
I don't
think
know. You want to come
Nah.
touch my pubes?
All
They're
right.
pretty soft, bro.
This is the reason I'm looking. This is the reason I say
You
that.
like
As a man,
condition them?
that's what I was
No,
just about to
but
say.
this
When I
is
take a
soft.
shower and shit, I just like shower and I go. But it seemed like women like might keep the shit like moisturized.
Doesn't
and
Yeah,
y'all,
it's,
like,
it is.
y'all care more about.
You don't
the-
soap your
Yeah.
shit?
for what? What the fuck?
Well,
Like,
it's easier to shave.
no, I don't shave. Well, I don't shave. You can't shave with a razor when you a black man as much. That's why.
Like
when
you can't
got-
like use like
Yeah.
a straight
when
razor
have
like you would
real-
your face.
Yeah, when you have real
Gotcha.
coarse hair, that's how you get ingrown hairs.
Okay.
I get a lot of.
Well-
I had a black barber tell me that my beard,
It's
like,
not
skin
that,
is
it's
a
how
lot
your
like
po- it's
a
how
lot
the-
of pigmentation like that.
It's how the
and
pores
You do got
are.
a darker hue.
I get a lot of ingrown hairs, man.
It's
like
how
a
the
lot.
pores are shaped.
Well, you're Middle Eastern, right?
That's
That's what everybody thinks. It's actually, I think it's like
Italian?
Cherokee.
Which
and,
hand
like,
you wipe your ass with?
Which hand
That's
is it,
how I
though?
know-
It's the right hand.
I think
Whatever
it's-
hand is
whatever
the,
hand.
the opposite hand of what they're shaking your hand
Yeah,
with.
yeah.
That's how I know we officially live together. Is he gets up off the couch and goes, I'm like, "What are you doing, babe?" He goes, "I'm gonna go take a shit." Walks right to the bathroom.
Does he shit with the door open? now?
Hell no.
Oh man.
Man, white freedom is so liberating. Y'all talk about shitting and farting in front of each other. Like
You can't do
early
that?
into the- no, man. I know people that been together for like over a decade.
They don't talk about
They-
pooping or
they don't-
farting.
I
Never.
dated the
Never.
girl.
Never.
I was with a relationship with her for almost fucking 5 years, and she never farted in front of me
See,
once.
That's
or ever
awesome.
Talked
I
about
prefer
taking
it
a
to be
shit. It was
that
weird.
way.
Me
I thought it was
too.
weird. I thought
I
it was
with you.
weird.
Like if your farts don't smell at all, then okay, you can get it off. But
But
if they even
everybody's
smell
farts
here and there,
stink.
I don't want no part of it. Nope, I'm good.
And I never did. I never smelled a fart or
What
heard
you're
one
saying?
or
You prefer
anything. It
them
was
to
weird.
hide it, or
Yes.
yes, okay.
Completely.
I think that's kind of
too.
weird.
Do you
I don't care.
do you hide it completely?
Yes. I'm not gonna be farting in front of my.
I try not to.
So I got like sound effects a little bit. So you
Oh, I'm like
a little bit of the bubbly.
Dougie
if-
Dougie Fresh. in this?
and I'm real. It's like Michael Winslow coming out of here. You can make my fart sound like a blender.
Like this was 80s hip hop.
Make a beatbox out of your ass.
But yeah, you gotta hide that shit.
I would just like to point out we've been going for almost 40 minutes and we have not talked
About
Who
anything.
cares?
that we had
We're
playing.
just catching up.
I stomped on your Dougie Fresh
Yeah.
joke and it was really fucking
Hey,
funny.
it's cool. Hey, it's all good. Well, speaking of jokes, I wrote like a couple jokes and shit the other day.
Oh, really?
Did you really?
Like a stand-up kind of?
You should
show?
be. You should do stand up.
Yeah,
I
you
know
should.
I should. Like
Yeah.
I've been super funny.
You
my
gonna
whole
bust
life.
it out on us,
I'm
man?
just scared. Not on air. I might.
You're gonna be like,
I
bang it.
No, I ain't gonna take it that far.
Be like,
you gotta
Dave
build up
Chappelle.
some clientele first.
Yeah.
You know, I could just.
You got to make a lot of money before you can scream faggot
Yeah.
into a microphone.
I agree.
And get away with it.
Hey, speaking of that, we might as well talk.
Yeah.
About
Yeah, I was gonna say
let's
that's
do it.
kind of what I was segueing
and they
into.
already attacking him. So imagine what happened.
It had a
Little old me.
0% rating on Rotten
Yeah, that's
Tomatoes.
bullshit.
Well, that's because they only let 4 people review it, and they all were super that side.
But Hannah Gadsby, I thought that was probably his best special he's ever done.
I don't
I
think so. I don't think so.
Really?
Killing him
I'm
softly.
about to go back and watch.
Killing him softly.
Killing him
I haven't seen
softly.
Killing Them Softly in a while.
Yeah,
that
Killing
was his
Softly.
first one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was his first one.
The second one to me is his favorite, my favorite.
But
It's
it
the one
is-
right after the Chappelle show.
Which one's? What's he wearing? And I could
he had on
like.
the brown.
Oh, the yeah.
About
Okay,
15 really
yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. Yeah, I
It
think
is
that's his
light
best
year.
one.
I mean,
That's the one we talking about
how
jerking
far
off
have
into this.
we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But how far is like everything come since then? Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's like the most like contextually relevant. To
Like I will say this,
2019.
Yeah, okay, I will say this is the only one where I felt like he really was attacking the times and
Mhm.
the issues. Like we
He was
feel
being
like, well, he always got a
so
good pulse on
authentic.
America, so to speak.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I guess everybody's so up
It
in
wasn't
arms with the
as-
whole LGBTQ stuff.
but
Yeah, they're
Making it
determined. They're
seem worse
that's
than
like what
what
they're
it is.
determined to take him down with is that stuff.
It won't work.
It won't
No.
work. No.
And he don't. He
But
does
that was
not.
his
He doesn't
give
care.
off- He doesn't.
I'm
give
so
a-
happy.
It's not
You know
even-
why? He's not on.
He don't
fuck-
need
not on Twitter. Yeah, he's not on. Fuck. I think that's
He
what
don't
makes it
see it
worse.
every
Like they
day.
don't have a. They don't have
Yeah.
something.
It's not like Kevin Hart. Like it's the opposite. Kevin Hart, he's still
Is
actively
abreast,
making a lot of
yeah.
movies. He needs you. To
He wrecked his
come.
Power Wheels, man.
How is he doing? I haven't heard anything.
He had to
said
have
he
back
alright.
surgery.
Yeah, Baxter. They
but
said he's gonna be okay.
Damn, that's crazy.
The
I saw
Rock-
his car.
The Rock actually like left his honeymoon early to like go console
Oh, really?
him. Yeah.
Did he need to like pick him up and like move him and shit?
I don't know,
Damn, that's crazy.
but that's
That's
But you
love.
know,
love.
think
Yeah.
The Rock already had one friend die. He was friends with Paul Walker.
Yeah, he
you
was.
Know,
yeah.
like,
Was he?
And all those
Yeah.
wrestlers
I don't
probably.
think so.
Yeah,
Yeah, they were friends.
they were bros.
Were they in the same? Were they in
No,
those
The
movies?
Rock came.
Yeah,
you know
I thought
what?
Rock
yeah,
were.
No,
no,
they did. They
were.
did 5
I
together.
haven't
Yeah.
seen any
Yeah.
of those
They
movies.
did 5 and a
There
half
was like
or
a
6
famous
together.
Instagram bromance. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I cried a little when Paul Walker died.
oh, I was
I did.
devastated.
I remember
I
when
didn't.
that
I
happened.
zero fucks.
I didn't
He
give a
was
fuck.
Really?
Yeah,
He was on my hottie wall.
He get 1. You know.
yeah. I'll give him the. I'll give him
Well,
the.
he's a-
Yo
he
like
was a-
3 or 4 because I like the Fast and Furious movies.
Yeah.
but-
He was a good guy, like just in regular life. He was a good guy. Like he was at a like
It
I
was a
thought
charity
this was kind
benefit
of cool.
thing when he died, right?
Yeah.
He was
I feel
leaving
more
work.
bad for like the people that really feel bad. You know, like
I feel bad
seeing
for his
it-
kid.
seeing
He's
them
got
like
his daughter.
14
like his
daughter.
yeah friends and family
like
and
all
shit
these
like
years later,
that.
like Tyrese and Michelle Rodriguez are still hurt. So okay, yeah, he did
Yeah.
mean something to y'all, but to me,
And Tyrese just wants money.
no, this was before.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
before all that.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, I mean, I
But-
felt bad.
Can
I
we
feel like
talk-
all those
hold
people
on.
that are in those movies are only in those movies and they're not in anything else.
I agree.
Can we
Is
talk?
Paul Walker?
Not
in
unless they signed a
anything-
contract saying they
Anything
can.
else? Was he in any other movies other than Fast?
Oh,
and
he
Furious?
did a bunch of other
Did he do
movies.
some teen
Yeah, he did
shit?
like some movie with like Jessica Alba, and he did like he was in like not Blue Mountain State, but he was in that football movie.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking
Fuck
about.
was the name of
It
it?
wasn't Friday.
No.
Was it Friday Night
Yeah.
Lights?
Yeah.
No, it was like the one where like the whipped cream bikini chick.
Yeah, that
That
was.
was
Oh,
Friday Night
Varsity
Lights.
Blues?
Varsity
Yeah, she
Blues.
was
No,
in-
he
he
was
was in
in that,
Varsity
yeah.
Blues, yeah.
He was the quarterback that got hurt.
Yeah, Paul Walker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
That was-
Vanderbeek had to step up and take
That
his
was
place.
before the Fast.
It was
and
before
Furious
that, but he was
popularity.
in some other movies too.
He's not in Cobra Kai, which I'm gonna plug real quick because
you were talking about that
dude.
earlier.
It's so good.
Never seen that.
That's like because YouTube's got that paid service and it's part of their like paid
Red, I
shit.
think it's-
But they've got the first season up for free right now for a couple weeks. So
I noticed today you can watch movies for free. Whatever they have like five movies that you can pick from that you can watch for free. It includes ads, but I was like,
like
that's
what
kinda-
like it's like
that's kinda
actual
cool.
like a feature
Like
like
extra
studio
movies.
movie.
Yeah, Yeah.
Red or just regular YouTube?
They're just regular.
Well,
just
I know
regular
some people
YouTube.
illegally put movies regular.
Yeah.
movies on.
Yeah, I've
do.
seen
Yeah.
that before.
But you gotta watch them in like 30 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that-
Yeah, or
restrict
that
them.
they had that weird one little small screen, and then like a big
Yeah.
I used to like the WWE videos would get leaked the next day that day, like
Mhm.
the pay-per-views, and you'd have to watch
Yeah.
them like full screen, but it'd just be up
Yeah,
in
I
the
watched
little
boxing
corner.
matches
Yeah,
like
I've
that,
seen
too.
I've seen that too.
You
Do
ever watch
we-
the condensed? Sorry, you ever watch the condensed football games on YouTube?
Dude, I bet
Mhm.
that's so much better.
It is. So
It's like 3 minutes long.
yes, for the whole game, it's beautiful. But
Has
you
all
can't
the
like look
highlights.
away at all though.
Really?
It's- Yeah.
What do you think about? Did you hear about the shit with what's his name? The Oakland.
Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
He got
They-
CTE. That motherfucker tripping.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He's fucking crazy. They're letting him play. Is it Monday?
They desperate. They
Yeah.
still gonna lose. It's
Oh,
gonna be
yeah.
another.
Hey, this is the Bengals
For-
year though. This is it.
To what?
No
Lose?
way. They're gonna
Yeah.
go like
Says
3-10.
Says every Bengals fan every year.
I know. I know my voice cracked. I know.
Sorry.
So, do we have anything else to say about the Chappelle show?
Just
Oh,
that it was
man.
great.
Yeah, it was good.
I still haven't
I
seen it.
mean,
Oh,
it's so
dude, you
good.
got to do yourself a favor,
I
I mean,
know.
I get
Hey,
that
I'll get my login. We'll watch it.
and then follow it up with Cobra Kai.
So one of the transgender writers or somebody, I read an article and they were saying that the only thing they were offended by, like I was telling Dusty earlier, was that he made a joke when he said something about he got into the limo with somebody that was from that community, and he says something about, well, whatever pronoun you choose to identify with or something like that,
Mhm.
because he didn't want to say like hey sir or hey ma'am.
Mhm.
So I didn't think that was really as offensive. To me, it was funny, and it is putting a highlight on that because a lot of people that are,
Yeah.
whatever they
It's
choose to
ma'am.
be, it's unfair. Like, what type of pressure am I on to call you the
right
appropriate
thing?
Yeah.
You know, because either way
And
it go,
then-
I could easily be wrong.
Yeah.
this is my thing because I have been in a situation where I've been unsure, but I was in the situation where it was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say,
Just say
like, I'm just gonna say, oh hi, this is your name. I'm not exactly sure what you prefer, and I've asked like straight up. I've been like, what pronoun do you prefer? However, that comes from me. You know what I mean? Like, and it's also like I was in the environment that I was thinking that would be a thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
if I was just like in the world, like I would just be like, hi, like like I would just avoid, like I would avoid it, like I avoid like addressing like my boyfriend's parents. Like
Right.
I don't try to, like I'm not gonna call them by their first names, but it's also too formal to say Mr. or Mrs.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like get their attention.
I just
Right.
call everybody
And-
dude. So.
Like-
Go out of the way.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not a fucking humongous deal, but it's like also like if it is,
It's only
let
not.
me know.
Yeah,
Like
I know what you mean. It's like when I was around. Speaking about dads and shit, like the few times I was around my dad, I didn't call him dad because it didn't feel right. So I just like the same thing. He was something about like get his attention, like hey or something like
Yeah.
that. I wouldn't be like hey father and all that shit. Like, you don't deserve that
Who
title.
the fuck actually calls their dad father?
Rich people, rich.
I don't
Like-
know.
rich
I'm
like,
gonna
hey,
teach my kids
hey,
to start
father.
calling me that.
Little father.
Just so I can be in the grocery store and they like, oh.
But like I was like when my dad and I weren't tight, like I never addressed him as like, hey dad. Like I was always just like,
Hey,
what's up?
Yo.
Like
Yeah.
now I call him pops, like because it was like we kind of skipped that.
yeah. Pops is universal. You can use that
Thing.
no matter what.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
matter how you feel about each other.
Yeah.
But as a black man, I understand the sensitivity people may have when folks say certain things to you, but I think like we have to be a little more strong just as people. Like when women be like offended when somebody say hey ma'am, or even
Yeah.
motherfuckers mad when you say sweetheart. Like come on man, I'm not like sexualizing you in any type of way.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be nice.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
when white guys say brother to me,
I say
Part of
honey.
me-
I say honey. I'm a honey.
part of me don't like when people say brother to me because it's like, all right, you just trying to
You
like,
must hate
tryna-
Hulk Hogan.
No, you trying to call me nigger. No, you, you calling me nigger in like a smooth way, because only black dudes are called brothers for
Is
the
it-
most part.
Guys in
right?
military
Is it-
say brother a
Well,
lot.
Is it rude?
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I
Is it-
noticed that.
That's
I
true.
call people brother a lot.
Is it rude? Like I like
bro.
I take like
Yeah.
kind of like
What's up, bro?
exaggerate like the Valley Girl thing. I'm like, what's up, bruh? Like, just like a jokey.
It depends.
You would say
Like-
It
that.
depends on the setting.
Like in like an obviously ironic way.
But like
Like
if I was, I ain't gonna lie, if I was like chilling like in the hood or just like years ago when like some white girl walked up, I was like, hey, what's up, bruh? Then I would probably
and this
laugh.
is
Like,
this
what
is
the fuck
this is
undercover cop. Like,
but also this is the thing, I would never address you like that. I would address like my like whitest white girl friend, like it would be like in a totally like, and maybe that's like a little appropriating, and maybe I need to address that, but like in
cares?
but in my thing it's just me trying to be like funny and like
That's
whatever.
my thing. Like we should be able to strong enough to just write it off as okay. Maybe you mean it
Yeah.
this way.
Maybe I'm just being dork.
Exactly.
Like I think that's the other thing. Like we don't give people allowances for just being fucking nerds. Like maybe you're just an idiot.
Yeah,
like
I feel you. Like even when certain people do say racist things, I get it. Like maybe it's taken out of context. Maybe it's cultural. It's like it's levels to everything.
Right.
I'm not gonna act like you Hitler just because you
right.
did some racial appropriating.
My
a little
favorite
bit.
my
Like, some
favorite
people just naive.
saying is why substitute malice when ignorance will suffice. Like most of the time you're an idiot. Like it's not meant to be.
I would just like to point out, Bob Saget officially changed his profile picture on
Jesus
YouTube
Christ.
To Bob Saget.
to a Bob Saget picture.
About damn time, Bob Saget. You've been
I know.
fucking slacking,
Took
son.
a while.
Yeah.
Get back fucking.
I can't
in
wait
the
for
game,
Dave
man.
Coulier to show up.
of the bubbly.
What else we have on the agenda?
Yeah.
We don't have anything.
Well,
that whole paper is blank.
I
except
do
for
have
some dead
one
people
thing.
names.
It's really depressing. I don't want to talk about it. Maybe.
Man, I
No.
gotta pee.
Go ahead and pee, man.
You got the.
I'll take over,
We
yeah.
could also do just dead people.
Britt's 5, right?
Hard to walk.
Yeah, she had. Yeah.
Wait for Dusty to get back.
We're good.
No, we're good. Okay.
What's 5?
You're a 5.
Number
You're like a
5 on
solid 5.
I'm a fumfer. I'm a solid fumfer.
No, on
the
the
keypad.
cameras. Yeah.
Oh.
Camera 5.
Yeah, you're camera 5.
Look, and I'm still
Leaning.
I'm not leaning that bad tonight.
Oh yeah, you are good.
Brady Lean.
What are you doing?
Trying to find.
She was all like,
idea.
I gotta pull something up. It's really depressing. I wanted to talk about it. And then now
Oh, we're
she's
all
like,
gonna be
just
dead
taking
in
her sweet ass
2050.
time.
2015.
2050.
I thought you said 2015. I was like, that was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
We're fine.
That was 2012. We were all supposed to die.
Yeah, I thought that's what I
And
thought too.
the
They
year
keep changing
2000.
it.
Yeah, with the times.
I wonder what's
man.
what's the next one that's coming up.
This isn't like an apocalypse cult. This is like the
The world clock.
like.
Hold on. The theory is that Will Daggum is Bob Saget.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as I mentioned Bob Saget changing his profile picture, guess who chimed in and said, "Sorry, I forget which account I'm using." Will Daggum himself.
Funny.
So it is. Oh, you can bring snacks for everybody.
Could be Will
I guess
Daggum.
you
You
want
never know.
some?
I can't. It's got
Yeah.
sugar in it. What is it? What are
You
they?
got snacks, bro?
Some Swedish fish. Got some cherry sours. And add some orange slices.
Oh, I do like.
This
like an orange
motherfucker came
slice.
prepared, son. He's ready.
I'm not
Bring
gonna-
some candy and shit.
On the like fucking 5th mile of the 10K, somebody was passing out orange slices, and I'm like, I do not need that much sugar at this juncture. Thank
Can you imagine if I ate one of those right now? What would happen?
You'd probably
Probably
zitted.
Let's see
You'd
it.
shit your
I want to
pants.
see it.
I probably would get the
No.
sugar shits really bad.
I want to see
Sugar
it.
shit.
Do
And I
it.
can only shit. I can only shit in my own home, so
You
I'd
probably
be.
have a bowel
fucked.
issue.
I do.
Keep talking about all these shit.
I do have a really bad.
stories.
I'm probably dying of bowel cancer. I have
Yeah.
insurance now, so when I go to the doctor, we'll see.
Speaking of bowels, you hear about that football player that said I never had my butthole fingered? Did you guys
He
hear
never
about that?
has or he has?
Never had. Yeah.
Like,
You guys haven't heard about that?
why would that
It was
Has
like
not-
it was
supposed to
like
yeah,
Have
why
you
is
had
that
your
top
butthole
news? Like,
fingers?
that should be in the
No.
news. I should be in the news
Oh,
I
then.
figured it would be the other way around.
Well,
Yeah.
check it was he had a live mic in his helmet, and like it broadcast like over TV. I forget what team it was or who the player was.
Was this like
But-
yesterday?
It was this past week.
Like yesterday's game?
It could have been, yeah. But like he had a hot mic in his helmet, or near somebody with a hot mic or something. He was like, "Yeah, I've never had my butthole fingered." I don't know.
Did you see that video of that EDM DJ that
Licked
ate-
that chick's
yeah,
ass?
ate booty on
Ate
stage?
booty on
while he
stage?
was
Dusty was
DJing?
talking to me about that. I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" He's like, "I don't know," but apparently he's down to eat some ass.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
he
the
eats
only
ass on stage.
that's the only way I'll know of him.
But dude, he's
And-
at a music like at like a music
and
concert.
it was all
like
drugged.
yeah,
drugged
like
up.
that chick had to have been sweating her ass off. Like literally had to
It's
be
just
sweating
salty.
her ass off. Yeah, but like when she pooped earlier, had like
bad.
Waffle
You know that
House or
Portalette?
something.
Yeah, Portalette earlier.
Wow.
Music
Now,
festival Portalette.
I know me and Leo
Yeah,
have
scattered,
discussed
plattered, and-
this. I know for a fact me and Leo have talked about this.
About eating ass?
About yeah, we don't eat ass. And I'm pretty sure Dusty's never licked an ass.
I've never licked ass now.
Where do you guys stand on the whole eating ass thing? Y'all
I
eat,
don't
y'all
give
eat
a
ass?
shit.
You eat ass?
I mean, it is
Confirm
clean. I
or
do
To
deny.
my
it.
knowledge.
Do you currently eat ass? Well, apparently not. She said that not to her knowledge. So hold on.
No, wait
Hold
a
on.
minute. No. Why can I not hear those sounds?
I don't
It's
know.
they were kind of low.
They are
That
kinda
one
low.
was kind of low.
That one's always kind of low.
No, they've all been kind of low.
So
So hold on.
A little bit of
Yeah.
the bubbly.
Raise your hand if you've eaten ass here.
Why do we? No, we're not doing this.
So you guys have
You're
eaten
not
each
doing
other's
this?
ass.
Leo's eating ass? No, I haven't eaten
Yeah.
it, man.
I wouldn't admit it either way.
You really wouldn't?
Yeah, I wouldn't
What if
either.
it was clean?
Yeah,
Like
shit.
right fresh out the shower.
You just said a minute ago, you're like, I don't care. He's like, I'd never
I've
admit
had
to
donkey
it.
meat before. It's good. Oh, the other thing.
So you guys like take turns like eating each other's ass?
I don't. Nobody.
Y'all feel like
Nobody
60
wants to go back.
69.
Nobody in their right mind wants
Not-
to go back. They're not even
not
a
with
medical
the leaky
professional
ass.
with me. No, and it's
Yeah.
all destroyed back there, hemorrhoidy, and just no.
Destroyed. Like, how's it
It's
destroyed?
just very.
Brandon's the
there's-
ass of a
Destroyed from his
57-year-old.
time he spent in prison.
I
That's
have a
destroyed.
I have a very flat ass too.
Yeah.
It's
That's why it always
I'm
hurts.
with
Like
you.
I sitting in a chair for too long. My ass.
It's uneventful.
Starts to
No.
hurt.
You have an uneventful ass.
Don't get shy on us now. Like let's
She
hear
did get
let's
quiet
hear
on
let's
that
hear
side
the
of the
weird
table.
eating ass
What's
story.
that?
Over there, got quiet.
It did. It really did.
Oh, the dog. Something wrong with the dogs up there.
Sure.
Yeah, they're coming to our defense.
I bet.
Oh,
I mean,
man.
but you know, you got to leave something, I guess, later.
Yeah, like
For
you don't
later.
talk
Save
about
some for
it.
later.
Yeah, you know, can't do everything the first 3
No,
days.
that's like this. That's how porn chicks fucking.
I love how Brent's
Blow
just like
themselves out
staring
quick.
up into space, just smiling like this motherfucker eats my ass every day.
I've already disappointed my mom at one point.
I'm
on
not
this
as opposed
podcast.
I'm not as opposed to it as I used to be.
Yeah.
I think, you know, hearing about it more, other people being more comfortable, it just
Yeah.
You kind of get you like,
it would
hey, I
happen
could
a little
try.
bit. It's not the
Yeah.
most disgusting thing in the world like it used to be.
It would
Is
have to
it
be a
ever
really
on
clean
purpose?
ass.
It should, why you keep talking
Yeah,
about
some
it being
people do it.
clean? Of course it has to be clean. That doesn't
Well,
matter.
some
That
people
is
like
a
it.
prerequisite. That's
There's some people that like it.
disgusting.
dirty.
Dirty.
Not
Yeah.
really. Like, you know, it's like when you just say certain shit. Like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah. Like, not
Yeah.
really. You
Ooh,
don't-
yeah. Let me lick your
you don't
poopy,
really.
poopy
Brown eye.
brown eye. Yeah, your
Unless you into that,
Your
you know,
poopy
like if
brown
you
eye.
into shit, then like why not, right? But if you not, then wouldn't you?
man.
Wouldn't it absolutely have to be clean?
Yeah, it would be.
It's like
bad
two
en-
girls, one cup. You know.
Well, it's like eating,
I
you know,
mean, I
vagina.
think
It's
to
got to be
have
clean.
It's like eating any kind of food.
Yeah,
You want
it's
it.
gotta
Well, I
be
mean, you
clean.
can eat a little like few-hour-old
After
vagina.
you-
It doesn't
Yeah,
have to be
but it's-
like
After you-
fresh. You know what I'm saying?
After
But the
you-
A few hours old vagina.
Yeah.
After you've been dating about 6 months, you have it's
You
just
have
a-
to eat ass. You just have to
No,
do it. That's dating
it's,
now.
It's just a rule, like okay, like this is going to go on, so it's a courtesy of
Be
like
clean.
you both shower. It's
Yeah.
cool, like
I wonder if it has to be
It's-
like an expiration on that ass though. Like,
yeah.
like,
I think I
so,
think
like,
3
it needs-
hours.
It needs like a Best Buy time.
I want that to be. That's got to be a
Best to
song.
eat by.
like,
Yeah.
expiration
It needs
on
to
that
be.
ass.
It's like more
Has
fast
to be an
food. Like
expiration
under the
date
heat
on
lamp,
that
it can't be
ass.
more than
Yeah, that's because regardless if you took even if you don't
Just-
take a shit or
just
whatever, if
general
you take a
sweat.
shower, yeah, just over so many hours. Like
Yeah.
after, you know,
Yeah.
Netflix can only say, do you want to continue to
Yeah.
watch so many times? You know, for that
I
ass
don't
not to
even
be
think
fresh.
that's not limited to ass. That's
good,
limited
man.
to
That's
any
good.
genitalia mouth contact.
But
Yeah.
the vagina
specifically.
has natural things in there
To clean it.
That
Yeah.
to clean it versus the
100
ass. It's not meant to
Right.
clean anything. It's just getting rid of.
I mean, our dicks
you
aren't
know.
that.
but our dicks
Sophisticated.
your dick is like your finger though.
They
It
don't
can
smell
only get
like-
so dirty though.
Yeah, but when it's smelly, it's
Some stank dick.
yeah. Some stank dick is.
Yeah.
Stank dick.
I want to air
I'm not that
horns on
sweaty
it.
though, so thank God I'm not that hairy or sweaty.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think having less hair down there helps me less.
No, I don't
less
like.
sweaty,
No,
too.
I have to be like within 3 hours of a shower. That's my
Do you get it all, you know?
to get it up in the business.
Gotcha.
Brad, you want to use my shower before you leave, man?
Well, we might have if our water situation.
It depends. I wonder how it would feel like if I was like we was like hiking for days.
Oh God.
No way, man.
Oh, like hippie chick.
I know I'm not like eating it, but you still gonna hit it though.
Yeah. that's
yeah.
Oh,
a
yeah.
different- yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. That's a different situation.
You're not down in
altogether.
there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody's
You
face,
might like forget, like you know, like you so
Everyone's-
passionate.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
everyone's face stays
You're like,
above chest
"Oh,
level.
just kidding."
Wait a minute.
There's no.
Kiss
There's
her on the thigh
no.
and go back up.
Yeah. There's no.
Never go
Face.
ass to mouth.
You don't want to have sex in the
Never
woods
go
anyway, because the
face
animals
to
can smell that, and you're
sweaty
like, chick could get
vagina.
raped by a wolf or something.
What?
The animals smell the pheromones and they get all horny. And
Bears, they smell the menstruation.
they smell the pheromones.
Banging in the woods is fun,
You
man.
fucked up how you actually died. And
Banging
shit.
outside's fun.
Carried it up next to you, you get clawed from behind and shit.
Nobody's ever banged outside?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, I'll bang
amazing.
outside, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I was
fun.
gonna say you won't eat ass, but you'll bang outside.
That's totally
That's
different.
totally different.
I'm just
That's
Oh.
normal.
That's not like you're banging outside and like, here, eat some dog shit. You know?
the most natural thing there is. You know, man.
Dude, banging outside's great, especially in the rain.
It's so hard to go
That's when
camping
you
and
ain't
stuff
supposed to.
as an adult. I
I'd
feel.
rather bang outside in like a city environment than the actual wooded area.
I'd
No,
rather-
Really?
it's like too.
The danger is there a little bit.
And my luck would be
I
like
can
banging out in the woods. I get hit by
I'll
like
get
a
a
skunk or
class.
something.
get a class
Yeah.
3 misdemeanor for
There's
this.
some hillbillies roll up. I've had that happen.
Or you
gotta-
banging some hillbilly roll up like, hey boy, let me join in.
There was like this like
Squeal like a pig, boy.
Yeah.
so I grew up in Indiana, so there was all these like crazy like back
Corn
roads and
fucking-
shit. So like you would like take like chicks back there and whatever and yeah, it was. They
So, like-
pulled up one night. I guess they lived there, and they're like their house was way down like the fucking road, which I guess was their driveway and not a road yet. And they pulled up and was like, "Oh."
Did you just
shit.
look at him and you were like, "Dog will hunt"?
No, we got the fuck out of there.
You
I didn't
walking
want to pull it out a
outside,
shotgun and being like,
Like you got a dirty talk like
"This is my
the
girlfriend
danger.
now."
It's like, oh yeah, he's getting this misdemeanor dick.
Yeah,
Mr. Misdemeanor dick.
It's a misdemeanor.
Mr. Wiener. Oh shit.
That's like always my like problem with it. It's like the girl is so much more there's
Exposed?
So much, yeah.
Yeah. Because you gotta like get
I
everything
mean, y'all
down.
can equally get
yeah.
naked. It's fair. We both got to go to jail for
yeah.
Yeah.
I take the rap too.
Yeah, but like it was all me. It wasn't her.
I'm like,
Yeah, one time I saw these people fucking outside and I called the cops. No,
sorry, officer. It's not her fault. I was raping the shit
Yeah,
out
that's
of
what
her.
they said. They're
Yeah.
probably like, "What were you raping her?"
Yeah,
Then?
it was all me. Had nothing to do with her.
It's
Yeah.
trash to do it with your pants on anyway.
It is. It
yeah,
sucks.
it's weird.
That shit only
It's
look good
on
fucking
movies.
That's what I'm saying.
weird.
Like as a grown ass adult with my own place, like there's no.
Who's
reason
gonna
for that
like?
longer.
Yeah, that's fucking.
You gotta have your
weird.
balls out to fuck. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's weird too. Like where
To
you
have
just
your
like
balls
pull
out?
your dick out. And,
Yeah,
like,
just to
let
have
out
the
your
dick out's
pants?
just
Like,
weird.
what are you
yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
What?
That's weird. That's gross to me. That's weird.
One
to me.
leg,
High
one
school
leg has
shit.
to be out the pants. I need
Yeah.
to like spread my legs.
Yeah,
sometimes.
me too,
Get
yeah.
up in them.
I want to get your pussy juice all over my Levi's. These are good jeans.
Yeah, like you zip it up. You're like, man, my
Jeans
zipper's
on.
closed.
Those are some good Target jeans.
These are my
out
good. These are my
there.
Wranglers. Get the fuck away.
You gotta dress it.
I'll
up.
eat your ass, but I ain't fucking you with these jeans on. I'm sorry.
Well, you don't ever want to
That's
stick.
crossing the line for me.
Them's
Yeah.
the rules.
You don't want to stick your dick to the zipper anyways while
Oh
you're
my
fucking because it'll rub that.
Oh,
Dude, it hurts,
shit.
man.
Yeah, man.
You don't want to do that.
Fuck.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. At least unbutton the top, then do it.
Okay, I know this is like a really good conversation and all, but Brittany did have something really depressing she wanted to talk about.
Oh.
Oh.
So did you kill another hamster?
That wouldn't be
No.
depressing to her.
Eh.
She'd have let
It's
it
in my
go with
freezer.
that. I'm on number 63.
It was only that we're only
Oh, we're only gonna live
per
till.
the Australian military and upper leadership. We're only about to be here
What do they know?
until
What?
2050.
What's the
2050, I'll be.
The
What
climate change analysis was written by a former fossil fuel executive and backed by the former chief of the Australian military.
Australia, they're all crazy fucks.
They're all fucking prisoners.
But I'm not denying climate change at all.
I mean,
2050 won't even matter. I'll be dead.
Maybe.
I don't care.
no,
I'll be
you
90.
won't be dead?
I'll be 90.
You would really be 90?
I don't know.
Lies.
No, I won't be 70. That's fucking close
Even
enough.
my ass will be all blown out by then.
There are times I didn't think I'd live to be
He'll be
21,
ready to die
so-
by then.
Yeah.
I've outlived
He'll
my. I've actually outlived my
Your
life.
estimation.
Brad's
Yeah,
ass will
what
be
my
hanging out so far he can eat his own ass.
Oh shit.
But like for real, like
That'd be a thing,
like
man.
Stuffing
two of
scones
us-
and shit in
Scones.
two of us have kids. Do you guys ever think of that?
What?
Like the Earth collapsing and your
Oh, I
children
think about it,
having
yeah.
to
I was afraid
fight
to
for
have-
resources?
I was afraid to have kids for that very reason.
I was with a girl who didn't want to have kids for that reason. She's like, "This world sucks. I don't want to bring kids into this
It's not
world."
that it sucks.
Man,
It's just
lucky.
that they're going to be like the fighting age. Like if you can have a kid now, they're going to be 30. They're going to be
Yeah.
like in the midst of
That's true.
the fight
Yeah,
for
war.
resources.
My kids
Yeah,
would
robot
love
war.
that. They play enough Fortnite.
That's what we're training them for. We're
Yeah.
training
But
some little killers. That's what we're doing.
Think of how cushy as fuck we have it right now. Like, do you really want to bring a kid that's going to have to like fucking fight for clean water?
It's too late.
Like,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's
For
how
me.
I feel like, I don't care that I'm too poor to have kids.
I mean, I look at it like this though. that's still one of the most beautiful things ever though. Is to have
Kids are gonna fight. Those little pussies wouldn't even fight to fucking when they took Vine away. They didn't even fight to fucking keep that around.
Vine sucked anyways.
Vine was all. You didn't like Vine?
Nah, it was okay.
I liked it a lot.
I thought there's some really funny people
It forced
on there.
a lot of creativity. A lot of these Instagram comedians are what
Terrible.
they are because they was forced to do the same thing in a 10 little second Vine clip.
I just can't believe something like Vine that was so popular died out like it did.
Well, didn't it died out and then somebody just bought it and then didn't do anything with
when
it?
Instagram started doing the little short videos, that's what killed the
Yeah, it was
Vines.
over with then. Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like people
but
aren't
now
even
you can just-
Snapchatting as much as they.
Yeah,
Yeah,
now you can just
Snapchat's
Instagram
dying.
hour-long live videos and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
no one's. I don't see anybody plugging a Snapchat or anything.
Snapchat serves a different purpose. It's more
Dick pics and titty
it's
pics.
more covert
Yeah.
communication.
But they've also monetized it, so you can have you can be like a.
Here's my dick,
you can be-
sponsored by
you can be
McDonald's.
you can
Sponsored
be
by Skyline.
a much more on the down low cam girl now.
Yeah.
Like
I see chicks on there selling nudes and shit and sex
Yeah.
videos. All the, well,
We have the meats.
Sex videos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can be like a premium snap.
Every
Exactly.
Snapchat premium chick that I've ever like,
20
hey,
bucks.
You're paying them
Yeah,
what?
only-
So
Fucking
bad.
$300 a month for a fucking 10-second fucking
Yeah,
naked
exactly.
video.
Like, who the fuck pays
They
that?
get
show
on
you 10
Pornhub.
seconds of them getting fucked anyway.
yeah.
To some dudes, I just loop this shit.
Just
Go to
fucking
Pornhub or X
Yeah, I know,
no
at this
shit.
point. Like,
That's like who the fuck
that shit.
pays, man? Like you gotta be crazy. Like what I think what guys like is like they can talk to them. I think that's what they like.
That's
It's like,
it.
oh,
I can kind of talk to them and kind of get that, but it's like
the whole upper thrill. Like
Why don't
we
you
talked
talk
about,
to a real girl and try
Like
to fucking
we
actually
talked
get
about-
laid
Exactly,
then?
yeah.
like we talked
imagine.
about with the Epstein thing.
Because
it
they're
is
behind a
a
screen.
It's
Yeah,
a
it's
thrill.
true.
It's a thrill. Like this person is my
Okay, I
name, and
get
I can
it.
ask them to
But
do
a
something.
lot of these dudes
specific.
don't have.
And they put a
Yada,
funny
yada.
little filter on their pussy too. That's like,
Are you kidding?
come on,
little googly eyes.
yeah, it's got,
glitter pussy.
Yeah.
got a little
Uh-huh.
peach emoji next to
I
it.
was
It's
with the one with the
adorable. Look at
teeth.
that.
A lot of dudes don't do this shit because it's their fetish. If it was your fetish, I wouldn't even look down on you because that's your thing. But a lot
Yeah.
of these dudes are just too
Loneliness and
pathetic
desperate.
to
Yeah.
go and speak to somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just go talk to the chick you work with and then just go beat off for free. Like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why buy the
Be old school about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
These people
Why buy
are
the snap when you
Or
can
just-
get the
Yeah.
Just be a traditional creep.
And you can get
Just
the jack
follow-
for free.
Yeah,
Follow
get the
her
jack for
around.
free.
Yeah.
Yeah, look into her window at
Break into her
night.
house and
Yeah,
steal her panties.
Oh, think about it though.
Just creep
don't
on
it
her
seem
Instagram.
Like, don't it seem like voyeurism like fell off big time?
No,
That used
it's
to seem like a big thing.
You
when
got
I
paid
was a
for that
kid.
shit now.
IRL voyeurism fell off, but internet voyeurism.
I don't really
is-
hear about it as much as I
Yeah, I
used to
really
growing
don't.
up. I feel like it was always a creepy dude.
Yeah,
caught
peeping
looking through a
Tom.
window. Yeah,
Yeah.
peeping Tom and
Now
all
they
that.
can
What
do it
happened?
on Facebook.
Or even like, remember there used to be like guys would like pull their dicks out in stores and shit, and they'd always like,
It's
I don't
still
hear
a
about that.
thing.
that
You
You
kind
still
of
hear about that.
Yeah.
Hear about like this
Yeah.
the guy like that had like cereal like the one guy that always hang out at, like stores and like
When I
jizz on
worked at
chicks.
when I worked
That's
at
how the Golden State Killer got away
when I
with
worked
it for
at
so long.
Snaff Price Books.
Snap price.
Yeah, the guy that come in with skeet on chicks and take
No,
off.
well, my coworker caught a guy that Cincinnati police was trying to catch for 10 years. That was like a serial fucking flat, and he would pull his like at the store, like girls would be like bending over looking at something, and he'd pull his dick out, like and they finally
Damn.
finally
That's
caught
crazy.
him.
They
Yeah.
found-
I watch like Flash.
No reward or
I
anything,
watch
but-
Flash porn a little bit.
It's weird,
It
man.
is.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It's kind of tight when you think it's real though, but that should be fake as hell.
Yeah, it's like Faces of Death. It's not really real.
No, Faces of Death is real.
No, it's not. It's not. None of that is real. They
None
just
of
came
it's
out and
real.
said, yeah,
Oh,
none of
man,
it.
a lot
Everything
that shit
was everything was
a
real.
lot of that shit.
A lot of the like
What?
not the like the news footage they would show like of stuff, but like most like the monkey thing was fake. Came out it was
What?
fake. Yep.
What?
Yep.
You're
I
just
used to
crushing my
buy, like-
dreams now, man.
They used to sell like Middle Eastern videos
Mm-hmm.
on the streets and shit, like at the bootleg stand. And
Did they
like,
still have bootleg? I haven't seen a good
not as-
bootleg
not as
stand
much.
in
It
a
might be
while
a
anymore.
few,
Man, there was like a
but it would be like war videos.
Yeah.
And I bought them for
yeah.
like $5
Yeah.
and shit. I saw one. It was like a dude had a sign and he was tied up, and they just shot him to death with AK-47s and shit. Like it was.
They have like
it was like
Live Leak does that now, so that's like a video. That was like a streaming service, well, not streaming service. That was like a video service. That was
man. You
called
know,
Live
it's
Leak.
the
They do
internet
that
kind of
now.
wipe out the bootleg
Market,
movie.
yeah, Fire
Yeah.
sticks
Man,
and shit. It just cleaned it out
that
big
sucks,
time.
man.
But old folks are the only ones keeping it alive because they can't figure it
They
out.
can't figure out
Yeah.
shit. Yeah,
So they
Man,
still-
I had a guy. He was, man.
yeah.
That guy was awesome.
But the Fire Stick do everything. Like
He would get like the Oscar screener like copies of shit, so it was like, oh, it's perfect
yeah, it's
quality.
perfect quality.
Yeah.
most of the bootlegs on the streets
Makes me
or
sad.
online are that quality.
That kind of, I don't know, man. That
it's
makes
hard to
that
go
makes
into
me
theaters
sad.
and record an actual movie now.
It looks like
Yeah.
shit.
People
Yeah.
don't snitch on you for one.
Yeah.
Too many, like
That's I don't know. I know. It's just so
Too
I don't
many
know. This
nosy
is like something I'm
people
like,
trying to,
damn, that's sad.
like.
Plus, you're sticking it to the man a little bit too.
But you always got that one asshole that care too much about everything.
Yeah. Like, you ruined it for other people. Like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not. Shut up.
Like you're gonna be here regardless.
Yeah.
You pay your money. Like why be mad?
Like, anyways, it's not like you didn't pay, right? You know what I
True.
mean? So,
True.
whatever. Fuck them.
I probably still have a couple copies of some bootleg movies.
I got a case.
Somewhere.
Cases
Fuck,
full
dude,
of-
Jerry's
I be
got the
throwing
most
them away.
bootleg. All right, not Jerry. There's a guy that's got, he's got the most amount of bootleg videos I've ever seen in my entire life.
I know that guy.
Oh,
you're talking
Barry?
about, man.
yeah,
Yeah,
Barry.
Barry.
Yeah, Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my friends have like DVD collections of regular movies. I used to have the same thing, but then I still had like shelves of bootleg
Yeah.
movies too.
Yeah.
But that shit fake.
I'm trying to think of the last boot. I think the last bootleg movie, like I don't know if I think my friend bought it. And I just watched it. Was Jackass 2 was like the last bootleg.
Nah,
movie
I'm about
I
to say
remember.
to make myself feel old. I just threw away the last few CDs out my car. The other
Like
day.
burnt
Oh, really? Like
CDs?
CD.
Just period.
Yeah.
Like a few of them was
Yeah.
bootleg CDs. I still have one only just inside of the CD player itself. I just
What is it?
couldn't- It's a Future mixtape.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just didn't want to like part ways with everything. I felt like okay, I got.
So what made you finally get rid of? What made
Because
you
I
get?
never played the
Yeah,
shit.
you're
I
just
got
not-
like
not-
Tidal and Apple
Yeah.
Music. One
That's
of
kind of
them
how
for free,
I did that
so-
with all my CDs and DVDs. And I mean, I probably had close to 1,000 CDs and probably close to 600 or 700
I popped in
DVDs.
Bulletproof the other day, like burnt CD, 50 Cent,
Mhm.
and I popped that in the other day. I was like, man, I feel fucking old putting this in,
That
but I
was
wanted to
the-
listen to
That
it.
was the only one I kept.
Was Bulletproof?
That one, because I had the real CD of it, and then like I had like 3 or 4 others, but like those were
Yeah.
the only ones I kept.
That was a good album.
Even DVDs, I have some, but just even regular DVD, not even bootlegs. But I never watched them either.
Yeah.
Maybe like
You
if
just
my-
got them for nostalgia purposes?
Well, I won't throw all of those away just in case. Like let's say like I skip a day on my internet.
The internet
and
just dies out.
accidentally- Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
want to literally be at home not able to watch anything. That'd be weird.
I've had that. Yeah, it sucks. Like where I'm just like, because I don't have a DVD player anymore or anything, so I'm like, damn.
afraid like we getting too digital in the future and stuff. Like I think back, I mentioned this before on the other podcast. Is what if like in the prehistoric times we did have technology and stuff? Did they find stuff? You know, what if everything they got rid of all the books and everything went digital, and then somehow all the power went out?
What if we have a
And we
solar
lost it all.
flare
Fucked
and it
up.
knocks out everything for
Yeah.
the next,
What if like 300 years from now we burnt all the books and shit? We don't have any physical representation of knowledge or anything. We just
That's like
all
Book of
digital.
Eli. That was like that movie. It's kind
Yeah.
of like that was.
I always heard that was
It's
good.
like
I never
the-
watched
It's
that.
good.
It's
Yeah.
the fire of Alexandria, when
Exactly.
fucking half of our human
It's gonna
knowledge
be
got
worse
burned.
because at least back then people
Hmm.
still knew how to live off the land. We don't know how to do none of this shit for the
Yeah.
most part.
No,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. 2050, we're all fucked.
But we're not. Our kids are.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll be old. It'll be fine.
some of us might be around.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll
I intend
be-
to be around. I'm just going to.
I'll be 70. I'm gonna start a heroin addiction at 65. So I'll be
At 65?
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'm gonna
That's a
retire
good
and start
age to
doing
start
If
heroin.
at.
I live to
Yeah.
80, I'm going to do the fattest rail of coke.
You can do that now.
No, I want to
It's
live
called
to 80.
19 for me.
I'll live at 80.
Oh wow!
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
I always say when I
A little bit of
retire.
the bubbly.
I always say when I retire, I'm gonna be like the biggest stoner ever.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because why not? You know,
I
Fuck
feel
it.
like if you rich and not working and you aren't like a drug
Might as
addict,
well.
Yeah, something's
addict
wrong.
of something, like what
Yeah.
are you doing with your life?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
That sounds fucked up.
I mean, obviously not making it better for other people.
True.
John Stamos has joined the chat.
Welcome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought he's been in because he changed his profile.
No, it's
picture.
Bob Saget.
Oh, that's
Jesse
right.
and the
I got a
Rippers.
question though, just back to something earlier. So when you whipping up this self-made vape juice, are you like
Yeah.
in a like Breaking Bad?
I was gonna say
Yeah,
Breaking Bad.
the-
beer and shit, or is it
Oh,
just
I
like
got some of that
some
fucking
regular kitchen
Heisenberg.
shit? Like,
I'm just sitting at my kitchen table, just mixing it up.
But he's clean about it. He's all like everything's all clean, like different cups and stuff like that. So it's not like
Yeah.
it's like, oh yeah, I used this cup I shit in the other day, but I'm gonna use it again. You know,
Yeah.
Why
like
would
I
you
cooked
shit in a
this.
cup?
Well, you know.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Why would you use a knife to chop up poop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
good questions.
We all have the fucking thickest ass Ohio accents ever in the world.
Who we all do?
I
All of
don't.
us.
Really?
I don't.
You don't.
I don't.
Who's you?
No.
I know. You're
well,
mean you. You're talking to yourself.
Me and Dusty specifically, but you and Brad.
Honestly, I don't even know what exactly what
Were
an
you-
Ohio
were-
accent sound like.
Poop?
Poop?
Were you
Poop?
Say it again.
chopping a poop?
Chopping up poop.
Chopping up
Yeah.
I
poop.
hear it now.
Yeah. O's and I's.
Chopping up
and
poop?
E's.
I say poop.
Yeah, I say poop
Yeah,
too.
poop.
How do I say poop? Do I say
You
poop?
did.
Poop.
You did.
It's
poop.
our long
Go home,
O's.
Britt, you're
home,
drunk.
Home.
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 Is that Ohio? Is that what you
It's
said?
super fucking Ohio Valley.
Really?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Home.
My accent is like blended. My shit.
You're from Chicago, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brad's got
The Bears. The
Brett-
Bears.
The Bears.
Brad gets a little Indiana every now and again.
Cornhusker.
Yeah.
No, Cornhuskers is Wisconsin.
He's a Hoosier.
Right? Yeah, you're Hoosier. That's
I was
right.
born in Cincinnati, lived in Cincinnati till I was 5. So.
Oh, until you're 5.
And my parents made me fucking.
I'm sorry.
I lived in
Lived in
Mississippi.
Indiana.
I lived in Mississippi, Ohio, and Illinois. So I got like the hood, proper country, blended. It just.
You got it all together, man.
Yeah.
He was
It's
born
all
with
over.
large gums, ma'am.
My shit all over the place, depending on what we talking about, who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Like, if I talk to a woman, you know, like a dude, your voice naturally get a little more smooth when you're talking. You don't even have to choose for it to happen.
It just
does
happens.
it.
It just
Yeah,
happens.
that's how my accent just changed depending on
Yeah.
who I'm talking to.
I have very different.
You should hear my eating ass accent.
Let's hear it.
Yum, 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 yum.
Britt
I
said, I'll be
never-
back with you on that. We'll hear about it tonight.
I didn't have anything. I didn't have a response for
Sounds like a raptor eating somebody.
you
raptor.
You owe it to her.
ass raptor
Brad, you owe it to her to eat her ass now. That's the least you
on the
can do.
show.
No.
That's what we're doing for 300.
Episode 300.
Yeah.
Tune in.
She just wears like a long
It's gonna
dress.
be a
He just
sheet
goes up
so all we
underneath
can
it.
see is
Yeah.
the silhouette.
Yeah.
We'll get a big backlight.
Did you see in the group chat? I said you should go for the 300th episode. You should go in the backyard with the dog for 30 seconds
I do.
by yourself.
I'm not like afraid where I'm like deathly afraid, but it's like a little.
He's a good
You're-
dog,
you're
man. He won't bug
cautious.
you.
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
That's a good
Hey.
thing, though.
He was barking at me last time, and Jerry took him out when I was leaving.
Of all my dogs, the one you need to be afraid of is Rico.
Is Rico. Yeah. And he ain't got no teeth, though.
I know. I feel like Sugar. If like we had to like out of all the dogs, like that's the dog to be.
Yeah, our
afraid of.
fucking dog tore her ACL.
fucking dog tore her ACL. I didn't even
Oh,
know dogs
shit.
had an
I was just about to
ACL.
say
Yeah.
that. I didn't either.
They do.
Like a goddamn professional athlete.
What the fuck was she doing?
Jumped
Licking her,
off the
licking her
couch.
ass?
She heard a bag
Really?
rustle in the kitchen and jumped her fat ass off the couch.
Do
And
they like repair it or just like?
She's
fuck
on like
She's a
anti-inflammatory
tiny-
thing.
yeah.
Yeah,
Did
it's
she,
just
like,
such a
yipe?
tiny muscle. It's gonna be able to heal probably.
Did she yipe and shit?
No,
No,
she
she-
walked.
they
Doesn't
said
act
it
like it
doesn't
even
hurt.
bothers her.
So how do you
Really?
know just the initial pain?
She's
they
holds her foot, walks on 3.
said it doesn't hurt so much as it really just can't bear weight. Like if she
Mm.
presses on it right, like now she can bear. They said up to like 10% of her body weight, and
Which
then
really
she'll
ain't
collapse.
shit.
Well, it's only supposed
Yeah,
to get up
she's
to
like
25%.
9 pounds, so it's.
So she's only needs to bear 25% of her body weight. So
Gotcha. That's crazy.
We'll
That's what I'm
see.
afraid of with my dog because they say I have a lab and they say that's what they're bad
well, they
for.
get dysplasia.
Yeah, so I try to keep him light because they
Yeah.
eat a lot. So I try to keep him really fit. And
And
really
lambs
thin.
are dumbasses. They eat anything.
Yeah, they dude. He's eating. There would be times where like Jerry's like, you know, come over hang out. I'm like, dude, I gotta wait for my dog to throw up because he ate some fucking shit. So like,
Yeah.
I had
my
to put,
friend had a lab and ate a whole thing of Esther Price chocolates, and it was
Yeah.
like they spent like $2,000 at the hospital.
Yeah, my
like
friend
the,
had a
with the
lamb and
vet.
it ate a fucking carpet. Like,
Yeah,
just like
like-
ate carpet.
my
Dogs are
dog's
fucking
eating.
stupid.
My dog's eating a whole pair of my clean boxers. Just straight up ate it, and he threw the whole thing up, just blah, like right on the floor. I'm like, dude, I didn't know you ate
although,
those.
to be fair, not just labs. Like I had a Schnauzer poodle mix that would just eat tampons. Like,
Well,
it was
that's-
Oh, that's
A
a
lot of
dog.
dogs-
That's a
that's a
dog. A lot of
dog,
It
dogs
was
do that. My
so
Schnauzer did
gross.
that.
And then
Yeah.
you just find like the horked up tampons
Ugh,
somewhere in your house.
That's disgusting.
I did not even know this was a thing.
Yeah, dogs will
yeah,
get.
dogs. My dog, he loves to eat
Dogs will
socks.
eat the shit up.
That's a-
Socks,
yeah.
underwear, and tampons.
Yeah, he loves to eat. He'll swallow a sock whole in like 2 seconds.
Do they just like cotton or something?
No, I think it's
It's
more
the
or
smell.
less
It's
the
the
smell.
pheromone.
My
Yes.
friends, when this was like when we were like kind of like teenagers and out of high school a little bit, but he was living with us. He was one of those like he had an aunt instead of like a mom,
Yeah.
but his aunt had this like Chihuahua, and like when he would bang his girl,
Instead of a mom.
when he would bang his fucking chick.
Yeah.
The dog would always try to like come in and like jump on the bed and like start licking
the
like,
be- sheets and
fucking-
shit?
yeah,
Like
licking
the wet
Oh,
spot?
yeah,
man.
licking the sheets and shit.
That's gross. Yeah, my dog eats some. He eats some off the wall shit. Like it's.
Does your dog eat asshole?
No, he doesn't. He'll eat his asshole.
Yeah.
Only if it's covered in peanut butter.
Yeah, he'll eat his asshole, but yeah, he'll eat some shit, and I'm like, really, dude? And I gotta wait around for him to throw it up. Like I always gotta put hydrogen peroxide down. It's like shove it.
Yeah, I found that out the hard way after a
Yeah.
$300 fucking ER vet bill with my old schnauzer.
Yeah,
and like
hydrogen
we were
peroxide.
leaving, and like the little vet like assistant like college girl was like, yeah, like you could just like giving it like a little like basically like a thimble full of
Mm-hmm.
peroxide and saved yourself a lot of money.
Yeah. It's gotten to the point now where I've given him the hydrogen peroxide, and I have to use a lot because he.
Oh,
He's
Well,
so
he's a
used to it.
He's a lab too. You gotta get.
Yeah, that's probably a
gallon
lot of
down
peroxide.
there.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they said like she said like a thimbleful, and that was for like my mini schnauzer.
Yeah, you have to.
So
I think
can't
it's like
even imagine
10 or
for-
15% of the body weight. You have to give him to that, and like hydrogen peroxide, or some
The
weird
whole
measurement of
gallon
it.
and shit.
Yeah, to fucking
Yeah.
take it.
I didn't know any of this shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he'll eat socks. He'll like take like my shirt that I have. Like if I'll just take a shirt off and I'll just kind of leave it, he'll want to grab it and chew on it.
See, it's a
like,
good thing I'm
why?
not an animal guy because I wouldn't be one for long.
Yeah.
I would
He's
I
chewed.
just gave the dog away.
Yeah.
I don't care now.
He's chewed up so many of my
That's so
my
long.
good shirts. I'm like, really, dude? But it's just because they say like they say it's because like what they smell.
It's an oral fixation in your
Yeah.
scent.
So you just be like disappointed this thing is just destroying all your shit and you
Yeah.
just keep giving it life and money and support.
It's
Yeah,
like
pretty
for
much.
children.
Marriage. You might as well just get married and shit. You know?
I ain't gonna marry my dog.
I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, I
Like,
get
what's
that.
The difference,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Same
yeah.
thing.
Helping keep something alive that's killing you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chewing up all my damn good work shirts, motherfucker.
Oh, I don't know why I just thought of this. So, are the boxers were they new or they were old that he already?
They were old, but they were
Okay,
clean.
I was gonna say like who get
Yeah.
pre-scented boxers?
My dog would eat like girls are even worse. Like boxers are one thing, but like if you have any dog, it
to
doesn't
the
matter.
crotch
Girl,
out of chicks underwear.
I have
Yeah.
lost so many pairs of underwear to a dog just like eating the crotch out of my underwear.
Yeah.
It's just something about the veg.
They just eat the crotch out of them.
It's so weird.
Like you gotta like you
It was
like
Brad and shit.
he pitbulled them panties.
but they would do it like right out of the like dirty laundry, so you'd wash it and then you'd be folding your laundry.
It's
and
got
you'd
holes
fold
in it?
up, and it would just be like crotchless, like
Yeah.
unintentionally
Freaky.
crotchless.
It's like Swiss
underwear.
cheese. Like
What
what
if
the
it was like
fuck?
But then you
I
can
still
give it to your
you know
Middle
that-
Eastern friend to wipe their.
That one pair of booty shorts I have with the holes in the
Oh yeah, it does.
That's Alex.
Oh, Alex did that.
What if dogs are like?
And it sounds even weirder when you say that because all your
Freak.
dogs have like regular human names.
What's
So you're
that?
like Alex did that. It sounds weird.
I said the
Alex.
dog was a reincarnated freak.
Yeah.
Here's how much we love dogs. We're going on a memorial walk for a
Yeah.
fucking for
A memorial
Well,
walk?
yeah. We're making if you donated $10 to like the
So I don't like
How many
to
people are
take.
going on this walk?
I don't
I
like to
probably will be
take
the only ones
my
there.
my old dogs. I don't like to take them to the vet because it's traumatic for me. So I pay $1 billion for somebody to come to my house and euthanize them at my house.
I mean that. I can see that
So-
because they're comfortable.
Yeah,
they're comfortable.
exactly.
They're not nervous.
Really,
They're
like
not all
die.
scared.
after experiencing it, like with her dog, like it really was like a very like.
It's
Even
very
though I don't care about
Beautiful
animals,
kind of
I
a
don't
thing.
think that's right.
What?
I don't think people should like cut.
Euthanasia.
Yeah, you shouldn't like.
Don't get me started
You
on
shouldn't-
euthanasia.
Yeah,
You shouldn't
man.
make
I can
animals.
just talk about that for
I
hours.
think it's wrong to make animals sterile. I think it's wrong to like kill animals just because they sick. I don't even give a fuck about animals. By the way, it just seemed like pointless to me.
So like if you don't like
he's
if
sick,
they're
so you wanna
suffering.
kill them early. Like what the fuck?
Well, his like
Okay,
backwards.
my dog woke up
You're
in the
gonna
middle.
die. I'm sad. So
literally his spleen could have exploded at any minute,
let
and
it
it would have been 5
And it
to
would've
10
been
minutes of the worst
horribly,
pain that
like,
they ever
why?
experienced in
if
their
I could
entire
just
life.
like give him a really fucking great day, and
Won't
then
you
he.
just wait to kill them? Like it'd be nice if they just gave you like a little package, like this is the shot when the pain.
I would have loved
comes.
that. If they would let me do that, I would have done that.
Well, you motherfucker
100%.
probably had,
I don't think I could
9
put down
months
my
left.
own.
She
Took
has
them
no
out.
problem killing like
True.
rodents.
Yeah,
and shit,
hamsters.
you
But
know?
what
She
I'm
already
saying is
got
like
it herself.
Yeah.
he woke up in the middle of the night like scream like I don't know if you've ever heard an injured animal.
Yeah,
Like
it
he
sucks.
he woke up in the middle of the night screaming. And I've never heard a dog scream. I've heard them do a like bark or like howl in pain, and it was like screaming like a man like with his dick in a vice. Like it was like the most outrageous.
Wait a minute. You've heard of a man
terrifying-
scream with his
That's the
dick
other
in a
thing
vice?
That is my. that
we're
is-
into.
that
Oh,
is-
okay.
Yeah, that is
Dick
not
vicing.
CBT,
anyone's business.
cock and ball torture.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit's fucked up.
That
man.
shit is fucked
I've seen like a video where like a dude put his balls through like a hole in a chick uses it as like a quick bag.
Oh my god!
I was like,
really?
what the fuck, man? Like she was wearing high heels and she was like stomping on it.
I seen that with like
Dudes
the little
pay
pointy
good money
heel
for
and
that.
shit. I feel too much.
Man, my balls are
Yeah.
too sensitive for that shit,
Yeah,
man.
I'll
Ain't no
pass
way.
out instantly.
Yeah, pass out.
I know. I think about it too hard.
You can see in the movies where the dude just pass out, just out of shock. That'll probably happen. Hopefully,
Yeah, they won't feel it.
that's wrong.
How long have
Best
we been
case
on the
scenario.
air?
Forever.
An hour and 23
Hour
minutes.
Wow,
23,
really?
Yep.
Yeah.
We have like 0 people watching.
rolling.
probably.
We got nobody on Facebook and 4
I could've
people
figured.
on YouTube.
Welcome.
And
Thank
I want
you.
to say 2 of them
3
is
of them are Dagum.
Saget and Stamos, then probably Dagum. Maybe Johnny Cook. I
Stamos
don't know.
and Dagum. That could be a.
Well-
Like an insurance company and lawyers.
Yeah, probably lawyers. and shit.
Stamos and Dagum.
Yeah.
Government.
Daggum, Stamos, hurry up. Daggum.
Do we have anything else?
We have the dead guy.
Went a little off rails, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's
Dead
fun.
guy.
I don't
I
even
don't
know
really
who the
think-
dead guy is.
Yeah, I don't even
so-
think is it.
Oh, and speaking of the
How
dead,
many fucks do I give? How many fucks do I give?
We don't have hood news.
no, it's not even. Only hood news is like Mac Miller dying.
That was it's tomorrow is a year.
They trying to charge the people that sold them the fentanyl.
Yeah, they did charge
Cocaine.
him. Yeah.
It's a lady.
Cop, a
and
lady, and a guy.
A
A
cop?
cop?
No, it's
Oh.
yeah. It's the guy. They've only charged the dude.
No, they charged the lady too. They said she supplied him with.
Oh, because she brought it to
prostitutes
him.
and the
Yeah,
drugs.
yeah. Because the guy gave it to her, and she gave it to him.
Do you think
Yeah.
it's right to charge the dealer for?
See, I,
Mm,
see,
the
it-
user.
No.
that's I
Even
don't-
if they cut it with fentanyl.
If they cut it and knowingly know that, yeah, I think so then.
But you as a dealer,
But
you
you don't
don't
know
always
that.
know what it's cut with, because just because you the dealer, it's not like back. In
Okay,
the day where
say
you're gonna
okay,
test it
and
yourself.
okay, I could
Like,
see
a lot of
that
people
too.
don't do
But
that.
this, okay, what if they're cutting it? Somebody dies and they know it's bad shit, but then they continue
They
to sell
continue to
it.
sell it.
Then I think that's.
But you would never know. That's the thing. It's like you would
Yeah,
never
how
know. You
would
could.
you
How would you
know?
know?
get back to you somehow or something. I don't know. Like the
Because some
shit you
people
got.
die just because their bodies are weak. You know.
They haven't
They
done it for a
can't-
while.
They haven't done it for a
Heart-
while, and they
yeah,
come back
heart
and do too
issues.
much,
Yeah.
thinking it's like, you know, their good old days
Yeah.
of.
I kind of think you
We're all
have
gonna
to-
do heroin for the 300th episode.
I'm
That's-
good, really.
I'm not.
I'm good.
I'm gonna call. Do a no call, no show.
Yeah. He's like, I'm done.
Yeah.
Tap it out.
Does
So-
anybody? Good.
No. I was gonna say. I was about to say what you were basically about to say.
Does anybody give a fuck about Robert Mugabe?
Don't even
I
know
don't know
who
who
it
it
is.
is.
that?
He is the former prime minister of an African nation, but
What TV show was he on?
the primary concern
What?
of his dying
Wasn't he
is-
on Lost?
Absolutely.
No, hold on. We got to do like a mandate here.
What?
If nobody's ever actually heard of
But
a
he was the
celebrity
legit.
guy,
Okay, hold on. This is what I'm getting to the point of.
could you have picked him out of a lineup prior to hearing
He
about
was
him on
the
Facebook?
Zimbabwe. No. I did because when I used to listen to
Bumblebee
NPR.
tuna.
When I used to listen to NPR before the 2016 election, before I can't deal with it any longer, he was the president of Zimbabwe, and he refused to give up power after he
Oh,
lost.
do we got like the little gray fro?
Yes.
Oh, he did.
He's dead.
Wait, I'm gonna look him
He
up.
goes,
Look him
"Oh,
up,
he
see if I
did."
see his face. I know who he is.
He
Oh man,
he lost
bit
his
to dust.
he lost his election, and then he was like, "Nah,
What's his name?
I'm staying."
What's his name?
Benji
Nigga's
bit
gonna
the
be like,
dust, man.
David Wilson.
Robert Mugabe. Also, there is a wine
damn,
called
that is him.
Robert Mondavi, and my grandpa, when drunk, repeatedly ordered Robert Mugabe wine
Give me that Robert Mugabe.
at a Longhorn Steakhouse. I'm like, that is not the wine.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay. I know who this. I had to see a picture of him.
Let's see a picture of him, bro. Show me a picture.
Yeah, let me see. Is he like a Don King looking guy?
Sorta.
No,
Really? Because he got the
Not
gray. Every time
really.
you say Gray Fro, I always think it was like
He
Don
looks-
He'd
King.
always
he
get
looks more like Don
real-
Magic Wand.
He would always get really fired up and yell because he was not ceding power.
Yeah. That was
Excited
his
for
main
that.
thing, is he wouldn't just break down to the pressures of China and the West and all that shit.
He
Fuck China.
wouldn't break down to
China.
the powers
China.
of democracy either.
You know what I'm excited about? The Dolomite movie with Eddie Murphy.
Really? I ain't gonna lie. I think he just don't look right.
Did y'all see the trailer
It
for
doesn't
Bad Boys
sound
3?
or look anything like it, but I still think it'll be cool.
See the trailer for Bad Boys 3?
Yeah.
What'd you think about
No,
it?
what?
Martin Lawrence all fat and shit.
Oh man.
He's been kind of chunky for a while though.
Extracted or
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, he does got
kinda-
some fat ass cheeks, man.
He kind of. I think like I kind of look at him. I'm like, man, does he have like some kind of health thing? Like
'Cause his
he's kind of like
body
puffy,
slim.
like I got a disease
Yeah,
or
he
something.
do look
Puffy,
like that.
like
Yeah.
some weird kind of thing.
Nice
going on.
movie.
He look
Big ass
bloated like
fucking
he don't-
cheeks though.
Not like that. You know how they give you steroids and shit.
That's what
Yeah,
he looks
that
like.
kind of
Yeah.
that kind of puffy.
Like, he's holding water.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah.
Little moon faced.
I
Yeah.
fucking love.
He definitely needs a lot.
I love Martin Lawrence. So
I do too.
How
Blue
many
Streak,
fucks did
man.
We never gave.
Yeah.
How many fucks?
I'll give him 3.
I'm going 1, just because he's a human.
2.
I couldn't have picked him out of a lineup.
I'm black. He was strong. We give him a 6.
There you
I
go.
don't know why.
What'd you say?
He said, I
I
don't
said
know
a
why.
1.
Oh, 1.
I haven't
Oh.
read.
And Martin still holds up, like the sitcom.
I'll
Like,
say 3.
Oh,
you gotta
yeah.
watch
Yeah,
shit,
I
man.
like Martin.
That show is so
Martin.
fucking funny.
Martin.
But that Cobra Kai show, seriously, if you're a Karate Kid, if you're a Karate Kid fan
Oh my
in the
god,
slightest,
please watch the show so he shuts the
Let me
fuck up
look it
about
up
it.
so I can just give you some love. And,
Give me your water.
Blue Streak's probably my favorite Martin Lawrence movie.
Blue
I
Streak?
love Blue Streak, yeah.
That
a
was
lot of his
alright.
movies was trash, so I had to.
He
really,
does got some
I had to
trash.
really look at the whole
You know,
list.
have you ever seen Blue Streak?
No, I've seen them
Oh.
all. but
that's the
I'm
one with like
saying,
the diamonds and shit, right?
Yeah, that was in the police station.
Yeah.
That is a good one.
Yeah.
That's a
He's
good
like,
one.
I eat
I do like. What was that
Because
movie?
Chappelle was in there too.
What was that
Yeah,
movie?
he
Him and
was.
Eddie Murphy were in, and then like
Life.
they're old guys. Yeah, Life.
Life.
That was a good movie.
That was a good.
That's
I
probably his
remember
best
that.
movie.
Yeah, that
in
probably is
general.
his best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think
It
I've
was-
seen that one.
What?
Yeah, I
He
don't
was
think I've
just
seen
always
that.
around when I
that's
was
a great
kid,
movie.
so-
Period. There's a lot of people in there. Bernie Mac in there.
Yeah, Bernie Mac.
Rest in
there.
peace.
Rest in peace, yeah.
I love Bernie Mac in Oceans.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the dealer or the car dealer or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, that was fun. That was
Ramon.
good.
Shit,
Yeah.
man, that's such. I want to watch Life
He
again.
was only in the first Oceans, wasn't he? Because I think he passed away after that.
Yeah, I
didn't he?
think he was. Maybe if he wasn't
was in
just
two
the.
of them, I
Yeah, I think he.
think
I
he
was
was
gonna
in
say if
two.
he wasn't in the first one, he was definitely in 2. I know he
Yeah.
wasn't in 3.
I like
Yeah.
Bernie
I never
Mac,
seen
man.
Ocean's 8.
With the chicks.
Yeah, I haven't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that either. I'd give it a chance. I like the other Oceans
It's
movies.
got Rihanna in it, so I'm gonna watch it.
Katie Holmes.
But is it? It's a remake, right?
Yeah, Katie
One
Holmes
of
in
them.
it.
It's a remake of.
The first one?
Yeah. Right. It's not
No,
like a
they're-
spin-off to
They're
the.
trying to get some diamonds out of some fashion show.
Isn't Julia Roberts in there?
Yeah, I think like every
No,
female
I don't
actress
think
is
Julia
in that
Roberts
movie.
is in
Well,
that.
one of the girls that was
Ocean's
in the original is in there. I can't remember who the woman
It would
was.
have to be Julia Roberts.
I would think so. Too.
8. I don't think she's in
Little
it.
horse face Julia Roberts.
Come on, man. That's a nice horse.
Sarah
Sarah
Jessica
Jessica
Parker.
Parker.
Yeah. Yeah, she's the horse face.
She's a thoroughbred.
She's
Yeah.
not
Sarah
that-
Jessica
she's not that
Parkour.
good looking. Sarah.
No, hell no. Uh-uh.
There's
She looked.
she's
She looked
high-
good in Hocus Pocus, and that was about it.
She's high
And she was like a
fashion.
witch, man.
Yeah.
Like she looked good in that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what they did to her face to make her not look horse facey in that
That's
movie.
fucked up.
She was just really.
Well, when you're
skinny.
standing next to babes like Bette Midler and the
Yeah, that's
fat
true.
lady from Sister Act,
Yeah.
you're gonna look
Yeah.
amazing.
How do you? How
That
do
Miller
you?
didn't always look that ugly.
I
to me.
w-
How do boys
That's-
feel?
That's the whitest thing I've ever heard you
probably-
It
say.
is, yeah. Bette Midler?
Bette
Really?
I'm
Bette
just saying.
Midler used to be foxy as
Right.
fuck.
she
What?
was hot back in
That's
the
what I'm
70s,
saying,
like when
like,
she was like
yeah.
the
I thought he was
fucking-
gonna say like Ricky
just the-
Lake before
when she
Bette
was just a
Midler.
singer.
Ricky Lake looked alright when she lost
She-
weight.
Yeah, she wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Bette Midler
I'd-
leaned
I'd-
into
I'd
her
flood her
character
like, you
actor.
know what
She
I'm
was a
saying?
character actor. She was like, "Fuck it, I'm not like."
Hey, you know who fine as
Skinny and
hell
pretty.
to me? Like
Yeah.
even as a black man that like try not to like mess with white women.
That
I know
Tommy
sound-
Lahren chick?
That kind of sound fuck. Tommy Lauren actually cute too.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
Diane Keaton.
Oh,
Diane
yeah.
Keaton.
Bruh, I don't know what it is about
Those
Diane
gloves she always
Keaton,
wears.
She's
man.
old
She
school manic
fine, bruh.
pixie dream girl.
Ain't that the woman that was like in the Richard Gere Unfaithful movie? Right?
No, that's
She-
Diane Lane. You're
Diane-
talking about Diane
what I'm
Lane.
thinking
Yeah, I
Diane-
can get on that
Diane
boat with you.
Keaton
talking
is
about.
from.
Diane
like,
Keaton's in all the Woody Allen movies,
Yeah.
and she wears the fucking gloves
The
all the
hat.
time.
Yeah, no.
The hat.
I'm thinking
No,
that-
you're Diane Lane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who's
Okay.
that?
Yeah.
You sure that's
Who's that?
Diane?
Yeah, it's Diane
Who's
Lane,
that?
man.
You never seen Unfaithful? With
You never
Richard
seen
Gere?
Unfaithful?
No.
She's also in The Outsiders.
Oh, I remember that now.
Come on, y'all supposed to know this.
Yeah, come on, man.
Hold on, wait a minute. Diane Lane.
Where's the cricket sound effects,
Yes.
Brett?
It definitely is Diane Lane.
Let me see her. Let me see her.
You don't know Diane Lane?
Let me see.
Let's see it. What's up? Oh, I'm with you. Yeah.
Let me see Diane Lane
That's an
real quick.
extended cricket there.
Normally
She
cut
was
it
married
off.
to somebody
Alright.
famous.
That's too little. I can't see that. I don't have good vision.
That's what she said.
That's-
Oh.
Yeah, pass it down. Let me see this.
There we go.
Who's she married? She's married to somebody really
Yeah,
famous.
yeah, she good looking.
And she old, so like that's
And
what
she
make her look
old.
even better to me. You know what I'm saying? She was in a movie with Robert De Niro, and they was old.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
not
damn,
old.
she's still
54.
Nah, she old, man.
54.
That's,
You guys are gonna think I'm weird for this one.
you 20 years older than me. You old.
I don't know the lady's name, but the mom from the Lost Boys.
Ah, yeah, I remember.
Oh,
you saying
Diane
that.
Weist.
Yeah.
Oh, we on the Diane streak here.
Yeah, it's like list all the hot Dianes.
Yeah.
That'll be the new segment on Hot Diane of the Week.
I don't
Yeah.
know her face at all, but
What?
she
You
looks
know
like
Diane Lane?
she looks like an old Julia Stiles.
So what about Diane Sawyer?
Yeah, Diane Sawyer.
Julia Stiles was hot.
She kind of do.
No,
look
she's
Julia
got that
Stiles.
alien face and
She
that
look
big
better
old
than Julia
forehead.
Stiles.
Hey, I'm
Yeah.
all about clapping them alien cheeks,
She's
bro.
symmetrical Julia Stiles.
She was the chick from
The lips are just a little different.
10 Things
Things
I Hate
I Hate
About
About
You.
Yeah,
Bird
Save the Last
lips.
Dance.
Save the Last
and-
Dance.
Julia
yeah.
Stiles got some bird lips.
What about
Julia
Reese
Stiles
Witherspoon? What do you think
ugly
about
as
her?
she can.
No.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
Reese. You know what Reese Witherspoon?
She cute.
She's-
She's not good.
She's
not
bizarre
sexy or
hot.
beautiful.
That's the
Yeah.
There's the thing. There's the thing. Like
She's got that
you
chin.
Are, like in the realm of like white person like attractive, it's like you're conventionally attractive or you're high fashion.
Yeah.
Like
She's high
fucking
fashion.
Sarah Jessica Parker, high fashion.
Exactly.
Julia Stiles, high fashion. Like they could be in like angular magazines, like in like fancy fucking clothes, but they like in the street you'd be like, ugh.
I look at Julia Stiles different. She like grocery store, like comforting, cute to me. Like if I just like,
Gross.
like,
If you
Like
walk
the bakery
past-
section.
If you walk past her in a grocery store, you'd be like, all right.
yeah, if I got fired from my job or like just got out of prison or something, like people like her are instantly more attractive because like you need them a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, it's like okay.
Because she got that like manly features.
Julia Stiles for like my entire formative years, like 12 to about 18, where it was like
Was
the
like your girl?
was the pinnacle of
Wasn't
beauty
she
to
in
me.
Save the Last Dance?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought she was the pinnacle of like hotness. Like,
10 Things I Hate
would've
About
done-
You.
I would have done anything to give my body type for hers in a second.
It was like
Really?
it was like
Not even
that
great.
teenage early 20s hot.
Yeah.
Like when
she
you
was
get
she was
older,
early
you like
2000s.
ah.
She was early 2000s hot. She could wear the low slung jeans because she had that real like long waist and that skinny like hip area
That alien face.
and like no tits, so she could wear like
She
the
said
baby
it no
doll.
tits.
Yeah.
I'm more attracted to like darker, like dangerous chicks, like Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like I was
Michelle
more of a
Gellar.
Courtney Cox than a Jennifer Aniston type.
Oh, nah, I
I'm
got Jennifer Aniston, man. She's like fine wine, man. She's like
Oh,
50.
she's
Oh,
she's
yeah,
good looking
She's
now.
50 and she
Still.
looks better than most
I didn't realize
chicks
she was
that
so
are
good
20.
looking until she was walking around naked in the movie with
The
Vince
breakup?
Vaughn. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I
Well,
was like,
you
oh,
look
yeah.
at like
Oh,
the 7th through like 10th season of Friends, and
She
it's like,
never had a bra
damn,
on.
they're all like the hottest girls ever, and they live in like this like bomb ass apartment in New York. I'm like,
Lisa Kudrow was the same.
I don't think she was that hot.
It's
I
like
don't-
that grocery
Phoebe?
store.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that grocery store chick.
I don't think she was all like good
but
looking.
Phoebe was
Yeah,
also
really.
40 when the rest of them were 30.
Yeah, she was really. She was a lot
She was a
older.
lot older.
She's
like
in,
the
she's
chick
in
you
some movies
choose-
now.
She's like a woman you choose to be with to better your life.
yeah.
Brad's sitting over there like, ain't none of them got
Golden
anything
Girls.
but Golden
no,
Girls.
they're not
Yeah.
Rue McClanahan.
Yeah.
Betty White kind of hot to be like 98.
Yeah.
Where's she at, man? She ain't
Nah,
been around for a
She's
few
prepping
years.
the world for
Probably
her
like
demise.
swimming in a pit of her own money.
Yeah.
She's
Scrooge
bringing
McDuck.
a little bit of the bubbly.
Yeah.
You're so late
Spent
with
her last few years with her family.
Probably. I would hope so.
She has to prep
Fucked up to say that.
generations upon generations of white people for her death. Like she has to.
I know
step
the world
away
is gonna fucking
because
fall
we're
apart
all
when
gonna
she
be so
dies.
sad.
And can we really honestly like? I mean, she's okay and everything, but
She just got hot in like a meme.
It's 'cause
people
she
would be
was-
crying in their White Claws when
It's like-
Betty
Meme-
White
meme
Claws. Is that a
culture.
meme yet? Make it.
Betty White Claws.
But
That's
listen, it's a
good.
universal trick.
bubbly.
If you an older white person, if you get down with hip hop or anything hip for that matter, the world is gonna love you. That's what
Yeah.
she did. She
Yeah.
became hip and popular. So
She
I thought
just-
she was using it like as energy to stay alive. and
What
shit,
what
but,
became her so hip?
You know, she
She
was like
just-
always on the talk shows, dancing,
Yeah.
and you know, trying to be like just modern.
When
very
she did
modern.
that movie Lake Placid, though, that was just.
That's
bad.
right. She was in that
Yeah,
movie.
she was in
I
Lake
fucking love
Placid.
that
When
movie.
Yeah.
she looks at that cop and says, "If I had a dick, I'd tell you to suck it." I fucking lost it.
Is that some Sean Penn shit?
No.
It's like that big ass gator that was in the
It's
lake.
like a horror movie,
Yeah.
Gator in the Lake
Oh,
movie.
man.
It's about as bad as like Deep Blue Sea. Haven't you seen my movies? Deep Blue
I think
Sea.
Sean Penn hate Robert Downey Jr. because I feel like he could have been Robert Downey Jr.
All right, look,
Yeah.
I was thinking this earlier. So you know how much the Marvel universe and all that shit made. Can you imagine how bad Terrence Howard feels?
Oh, yeah.
Like how much he's like, damn, I missed out on so much
probably
money.
What is he supposed
He's
to
probably
be?
sitting at home and he's like,
fucked up, man.
come on, man.
Come on, man.
He's got a micro penis too.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Have you
Oh,
seen it?
Okay,
man.
talk about
That's
some
fucked up,
cleanliness
man.
stuff. Like
Let me back as that Iron Man, man.
He has like he
Iron
has
Man.
a contract for any girl that he brings into his home that they are to use like a
Oh yeah,
certain
that's
method
right
of
too.
cleaning.
Yeah, that's right too. That he does that
after
too.
they use the restroom. Like he's like a fucking like infographic.
Wash
Really?
the motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, like
What's an
he.
infographic? What's that?
He has like a chart in his
Oh.
bathroom.
Like, you bet you better
that
do this.
Here are the here are the wipes, here are the towels, and then like here is like the bidet and this
He
is
might as
how
well just
you
take
use
it like real serious.
And then he's
Yeah.
like, "Here's
I'll
the
come in
church.
and
Here's the steeple."
I'll come in and clean you myself.
Hey, when I think
Yeah,
of,
with my
Intense.
micro penis.
yes. When I think of like
With
times
my
that I fucked up,
Moroccan hand.
when I think of times I fucked up, I was thinking like, man, Terrence Howard passed on the rest of the Marvel
No,
movies.
that's not what happened. They got
Like, what
rid of-
happened?
So after Iron Man 1, it made way more money than anybody realized.
got greedy.
So he just went back and asked for a raise, and they was
Yeah.
like, "Nah, fuck that. Get out of here."
Yeah,
So that
like
was really it.
all he had to do was wait out one more movie, then he would have been set.
And then they got Don Cheadle, which is a better actor, but a worse.
He's a
War
worse,
Machine.
Worse War Machine.
I would have loved to see
Terrence
him.
Howard would have been way better.
Dude,
Like, I'm gonna kill all these
yeah,
mains, man.
I do like Don Cheadle though.
Come
man.
on, Bucky, man.
Yeah, come on, man.
Come on.
Tell me you ain't gonna take that,
Hey,
man.
it's the winter soldier. man. It's the winter, man. It's summer out here. What you doing out here, man? He got that shake. If you ever notice, like, old man had that Martin Luther King shaking their voice. It's like, it's a dude I work with. He got a shake like that too. I call it. It's like a slavery shake. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Slavery
shake.
It's like a tremble. Like you so
I
afraid.
got
of
that
the-
at Steak and Shake.
Yeah, you're afraid of like the white government so much. That's how it used to seem to me. Like, 'cause if I used to watch like old racist,
It's the Uncle Tom
subservient,
shake.
yeah, it's like, yes sir, boss, come, massa. It's like that type of thing. And when I hear Jesse Jackson and Martin Luther King, I get it was their times. Even when they was speaking strong, they still had that shake in their
Well, they
voice.
were trying to emulate, I think, the New England accent with like their own, and
Never thought about that.
Yeah, they were like they were trying to sound like JFK
You know what? That makes
at
sense.
the same time. Like JFK doesn't sound like normal people.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what the fuck he sounds.
He's
It's
got
that,
weird
it's
ass
that
voice.
weird ass like
Yeah.
New England accent. You're like,
Da,
get the
da,
fuck
ba,
out of here. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it's like. Bah, 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 bah.
And
Don't
listen-
ask what your country
Yeah.
can do for
like,
you.
listen here,
Come
see?
on.
Like, if you listen to any of those like old timey things, it was like. But I feel like that's what.
You right though.
Yeah.
You right.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
it's like
good to
that
talk to other
cadence.
people. I'd have never thought
Yeah.
about that.
It's like the whole the whole era of that. It's like it's so difficult to like listen to like old newsreels because it's like, oh, what the fuck are you saying? Like,
That's
just
why I
get
like
to the
Malcolm
point.
X, because he was like, man, fuck all that.
Yeah,
He was actually like, yeah.
And that's why he was murdered.
They murdered him because he wasn't fake racist
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Well, like we can get into that, but like I've been like balls deep in the whole like conspiracy of the CIA to like kill like not just specifically like racially or politically motivated actors, but like, you know, entertainers
Yeah,
and those
if-
kinds of things. And it's so
If you had the
permeated
power and you
through.
were strong enough
Yeah.
to use that shit, they had
Yeah.
to take you out. Just like Bobby Kennedy, no different than Malcolm
Just like
X.
Tupac, like
If
they
Malcolm-
got Tupac because his mom was a fucking
Yeah.
Black Panther and his dad was too. Like,
if Malcolm X stayed, quote unquote, like so much against like white people the whole time, he probably wouldn't have never got killed.
why do you think like that they were the ones like the KKK was taking up arms the same fucking time?
I posted a
It's
meme
like, damn.
about that on my Instagram, on my story, how like the KKK was around and have been around for a long time, and they into like really killing and getting rid of people, but they got rid of the government got rid of the Black Panther Party ASAP, and all they wanted to do was give niggas free food and protect the neighborhood.
And
you know,
that's why
so
that's
it's
you will
whatever.
never hear like mass shooters be called these are white nationalist terrorists. Like
no.
it's always a conspiracy. It's always mental
it was
illness.
just
It's always
sad,
yeah.
You know, Call of Duty didn't come out. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey man, Call of Duty don't
But I
come
understand too. At the same time, like I get mad about it too, and I post shit about it. But at the same time, I get it. You know, I almost look at it like subconsciously, America has to protect their own. It's like if your family member go out and kill and rape somebody, even if you might disown them, you still aren't gonna think it's as bad because you can identify.
Right, you can justify it.
You can see yourself in them. So white America can see themselves in the white school shooter because for one, they're white, or they may have a son or a cousin that may be somewhat depressed or sad, or they might have been sad at one point too. You know,
But
it's
this
just
is
fucked
why
up they acted on.
This is why I'm pissed off about like whatever, you know, like larger political implications aside. Why I'm pissed off about it is because like you want to sit there and call it all day, like mental illness, depression, etc. How about the people I've lost to fucking mental illness where they can't afford to see a fucking therapist, where they can't afford medication? Like, fuck you for that too. Like, on that flip side.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, it is mental illness. Like, duh. Like,
On
to
the
me, that's
whole
like no
board,
shit, though.
but-
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, duh. Like, you got to be crazy to go shoot up that many
It's just the
people. That should go
access,
without
yeah.
saying, though.
yeah. I'm
It's like, he raped 6 women. He was crazy. Like, no shit. Like, oh, he was a pervert. Like, duh. Like, it's like if I break into McDonald's and eat all the food. They can be like, he was hungry. Like, duh. Man. Like, who would do that?
Yeah.
It's just,
I would just like to point out we have lost all viewers.
thank you.
You're welcome.
And we're almost at an hour
Dun.
45. So let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, I'm
shall
getting
we?
tired.
Yeah. I'm sleepy myself. I
Been
still
up
got
since 6:30.
I still got 2 TVs to watch.
2 TVs.
2 TVs to
Yeah.
watch.
You have to check out my little gaming pad over there. I got
Check
2
it out.
TVs.
Which
man.
is new
I'ma
to
check-
you.
to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been over there for a little while.
Yeah, since we moved over here, it's been over there. My 2 TVs is new though.
Have
So.
like the lights been off?
Usually.
Yeah, they're
Usually.
usually off. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
forget, tomorrow it's
Fights.
supposed to be early, right?
Yeah, 2 p.m.
p.m.,
Are you
Are
off
you
tomorrow?
off tomorrow?
Yes, I have to work tomorrow night.
Damn it.
Well, you come by to watch the fights tomorrow afternoon?
I believe I can.
Do
Oh,
it.
for real?
Fuck
You
yeah.
should, man.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
Why
man.
are the fights at 2 p.m.?
Because they're in Abu Dhabi.
Oh, it's overseas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where
You guys can come too if you ain't doing
Garfield always would
that.
send.
Send Odie. Yeah. Or
Really?
not-
Abu Dhabi?
Or the other, the cat.
The Snorkels, the cat, or whatever.
Really? I didn't know that.
Gray cat?
Something like that.
Yeah, the great
yeah.
cat.
He would send Odie and the cat to Abu Dhabi?
Yeah, all the time.
That's funny. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I always kind of giggle when I hear Abu Dhabi.
That's funny. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I loved Garfield, too.
Come on, man.
Come on, let's wrap it up, man.
Let's wrap it
Wrap it up, man.
That's so funny, man. Don't tell me you want to take this, man.
Skinny.
Skinny black, man. Remember that time we hung out with Trump Skinny?
Tell me this fell out your pocket, man.
He's like, say it with me. Like, I'm in charge. Sorry.
Oh, man. I fucking love that movie.
I want to know what that cat's name is now.
I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows? I'm sure Brad's Googling.
Cat
it right
on
now.
Garfield.
Leonard.
Gray cat.
Who knows?
I watched the
Alright.
new
All
Garfield.
right, we're all going to get the fuck out of here. I'm not going to go through the fucking spiel. It's just going to drag it on. I'm your host, Jerry
Yay.
Saylor.
I'm left for Celeb Dust to be.
I'm Leo Bishop.
Brad.
I'm Brad.
I'm Brit.
And we out of here.
Stay sober, Toby.
It was
y'all.
normal.
Normal.
A little bit of the bubbly.